them for all Salon people and then party them. Sarah Jem Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like Salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahjemmedia.org. Now who's tem these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, Sierra Jem Media Production brings you Zoom In. Zooming In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join us, host Chumaba.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Of all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves the person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the souls that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence is not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting, and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend.
Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
She was the brightest at our level, even though she was as innocent as the heaven. That did not stop Papa Abu at age 57 to ask for her hand in marriage as she turns 11. Her parents, being naive about this rage, tolerated this marriage, and this destroyed the hopes and dreams of Kadiatu to live like it in Seattle. Instead, she's been used as a tool by an old school. Kadiatu is being used as a bait by her own mate. My friend is being emotionally tortured by this old culture. Old child marriage, it's on the rampage like disease, eating up the fabric of our girl child image, and it's our duty to cage. Let diverge, please be obliged. It is now we emerge from this ancient custom at large.
If not for this dreadful event, Kadiatu could have become president, but now she has been trapped in an old man's residence, like a mosquito in a tent. She is vulnerable, but with her age, she is still able to become that virtuous woman of substance, like Madam Patricia Kaba, Madam Dr. Kadisise, Madam Sianyamako Oma, Madam Dr. Sylvia O'Blyden, Madam Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh yes, without child marriage, our girl child can still turn into Madam Hillary Clinton, Madam Theresa May. Be it as it may, Madam Condoleezza Rice, let's not be hypnotized, but rather stay wise, for this can only be realized if education is being prioritized and child marriage is being criticized. So please, parents, do not relent, as it is apparent that a girl child can become great if only you patiently wait.
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love?
See this life we live, we all have to give, yeah, yeah. Cause all I see is evil, and too much killing of my people, yeah, yeah. So let's bless one another, yeah, yeah. So let's help one another. I sing again, yeah.
What's in me, I don't see. This can't seem really happen. This need to be education opportunity. Now in we need, let we learn for the share, not to all for big greed.
You see this life to live, is it where we lose or we know? Stop killing one another, let's stand together, yeah. Stop playing the hero, looking at each other like we're zero. On your block with a C, money they can make every day pan free, yeah.
Our life they took our boys, they take our joy, take our joy. This not the time we stop now crime, don't blind bodies like your future.
Stop the stabbing, stop the killing. Let's love one another. Peace.
Where is the I see fighting every day, I see dying every day. Why don't we help each other and pave the way for a better life, a life that we all deserve? Instead of killing each other, why don't we preserve? So you wanna be a bad man, he's gonna be a badder man. You got a big nut, he's gonna get a bigger knife. Our people suffered for years in chains. Now we turn on each other, cut for gains. For the ones that send the youth to kill themselves, you pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers and the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the green reaper will be your remover.
This head of the range ranting up some sanctimonious food is as poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and deduce the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black and black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up, stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up, stand up for what is right. Cause if you got me, then I've got you too. Regardless of what you've been through, even when you're feeling new. Do this if we try. There's no time to waste, no time. Together forever, whatever the weather.
up on me hats, then I run. You will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Please tell my brothers, let's do it for the youngers. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. With people then they suffer. You then I you the bluff, it's copper. You're the game, need for change. Like we not get up. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said,
where is the love? Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on me. Peace gonna rain on me. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bombs. Let's be together. Pray peace and love, golden hope through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is the love?
Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell?
I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get, whose side the love they?
When I left, Boku man them get nef. If you live by the nef, you go suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us, send some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? The love, the love.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose partner the Dunia you find yourself. Welcome to CRGM Media Platform. Today, Wednesday, we did do the big Sierra Leone debate. Una welcome and thank you so much for being our dedicated followers and supporters. We appreciate Una. Without Una, we not get a program. Today's going to be an exciting day. Sorry, we start a little late. As I know, the virtual world, sometimes the technology then key one for foul, but we not agree, definitely, because we want for giving a better sound, better pictures, for make sure say we get an exciting program. Today, as well as we been do a couple of weeks ago, today again at the People's Program. We not get any dedicated guest here, but we want for Leona to be part of this program, and we want for Leona call and contribute, because the issue we discuss it get for do with we all one way or the other. So it's our program, it's your time to be part of it. You can send your questions, comments, and also make phone in, so you will make your own contribution. I'm going to introduce the topic to Una just now. Of course, Una don't see the flyer, so Una familiar, but we go rub more and small before we go deep into the conversation and open the phone line for make sure so Una self contributes. CRGM Media na the platform Una for day, and as we've been telling Una, every day we improve on the technology. And we want to make sure, say, we reach a wider audience. We know, say, not to all man the Facebook. We get some people who not get access to Facebook, or for some reason they not feel comfortable for come on Facebook. So you can still watch the program on the YouTube channel, the CRGM Media YouTube channel. Also, you can watch we on the CRGM Media website. We get a website. So if we go see some of the archive videos we span for 10, 15 years ago, you know, we are able for go watch and say, damn, then people also then don't tip on this Boku talk and Boku, I don't know how for column. Tiboy can find description for line up with the wrong description. So as always, let's keep the conversation and you know, exciting and friendly, you know, let we not take anything personal. The topic, what to make we decide deliberately not for car with guests today, because now some conversation we can be very subjective, so no one for can put anybody problem out our show. They go say, oh, it be the pull hints by a specific person or specific group of people. So we want for take full responsibility. If anything go wrong here, are the whole team responsible, because like we say, now the 8 man. So now we get for put all the blame part. T-Boy, welcome to CRGM Media Platform on Big Sierra Leone Debate.
Welcome, Jumaba.
Thank you. Look at you. Look, you see, T-Boy, I suspect you these days. I suspect, I mean, say, I know go tell you, but I can't talk kind of public. The kind way they dress then this year, so every day you get new kind Africana, you the FIFA, Padima, you wardrobe, everything don't change. You need for confess, and I therefore call family in self-help for, you know, we need for put you public on a radio. T-Boy need for confess the kind of way they dress now.
I see the media platform will see that they see anything about me just scandal.
Well, now what people listen and then they talk about. Right? Look, you jaw, don't they roju, you extra happy, you know the tense way like first of all they discuss political shows, then as you the tense way it becomes so formal. Now you are so relaxed, you they make the team fun. So you get for confess something like how the woman like you say when I can see their company, some teachers say, oh, you they glow, you and I want to say they glow, but something don't change. You get for confess.
You know say then get 2 penal when they don't give clearance for saying no work, they don't check you. So you see yourself.
Yeah, you see, and somebody don't can Chini Richard say T-Boy is in love now. Not true. Chini, you get for talk.
No, look, you not go find all that thing for talk. Let you guys sit up and me talk, you go sober.
Sam Said self say, me self they suspect to the jaw drop. He say he said your jaw drop yesterday. The kind way you see where you feel for yourself. So people
wait. You program that for me?
No,
for your audience then, or not for you topic?
Because if I not say if I question a corner, you know, go confess. So now make I bring you come to, you know, reviewers them. They need for help me ask the question. But anyway, welcome. Thank you. And Femi, Yusuf say hello to family and they need for see you today because you be I don't know. For the past 2 weeks, I don't know. Your face look the extra shy.
I don't know why they allowed her in your office. Because
I know.
Passport Alaman.
Yeah.
I know you know why they allowed her in your office. Because something that the mask made in the cover the Talaman.
No, not so bad today.
You know.
But get for make sure say no wearing mask. Now mask they take decoy.
T-boy, you see you case it don't big because you see chairman for our is a Sebedo support it who talk Juma T-boy they bluff pass back these days. Well, I arrest me case.
Hey, I was man about me case right now. Anybody where they on the chat line where mention me name now in chat I they delete them.
Let's go to work now. So, but anyway, welcome Femi. Femi, welcome. Welcome. With you as they know your voice. They want for your voice.
Thanks, Juma, and thanks for point out T-boy in extraordinary behavior there.
Yeah.
But you know, you said Juma, you said they look very sharp then this year so.
No. Me as you see me, I see the bag then.
No, usually he looks sleepy, but then this year so he look. Anyway, I get for call that girl.
Who's one?
Hey, see now you can't give me problem.
You will talk.
Call him then a blue flabber.
All right. Welcome. So which one are they look forward to today anyway? Let's start with you, Femi. Today I go reverse. Let's start with you. I like to put people in trouble.
I look forward to a good discussion.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people request this show. I don't know why. They don't ping. They say, hey, when I not been done the talk the other day. They can't talk this talk done. So we don't come. So we dey beg for make una call in and make una contributions as well. On our left, Juma and T-boy made them talk and especially T-boy. T-boy actually can get mic so problem no for though.
Problem no for them. Talk to you for chuke.
You know. So now forget less and less mic. Get the other people the opportunity for me then talk.
Yeah, well, una phone in, Femi go ready for listening to una, you know, for accept una calls them, and if one person they talk, then possibly Ingo call una back if you see the missed call. Okay, we want for una alone contribute today. So T-boy, what are you looking forward to today?
Today's show, like I will Femi say, is like high demand for make we get a return of the show. And to be honest to you, we not even start the program with me phone the bank. Text message, phone calls, options, what will I do, walk in, walk away, walk skates away, don't even think twice. So I don't even know what you for start the program with. But yeah, definitely these are like serious issues that we can discuss today in terms of relationships and when is it right to walk away. Right. Some people they already we don't do they wait for like they walk away. This one can endorse the walk away, but not so we make that they walk away.
Right. And we are not advocating walking away because
we are not advocating nothing other than what is best for you in your situation. Correct. So if you think walking away solves your problem, fine. If you think staying, fine. But if you think staying away, then for local go you better you know.
Exactly. We go would you accommodate. So
we go fully accommodate.
You know. Two things when I send the say some people and they will get for send link to and so the advice when I continue for follow say media production and so you get notification once we come online because these days like we said the last time things are changing rapidly and we can get program that when I rush program then depending on the situation as alone and things that we surround with community. So sometimes we need to come just on with scheduled days them but we they do rush programs them as well. So that's why it's necessary for you to follow say media. When I send the link them out to one me good person. Now he tell me, he send me text message back. He say, not to me for they send this to. Now I run, I laugh. I just tell her what say go sabi. But one person actually was send when I send the flyer to her yesterday, we debate this a little bit, and the person give me a perspective. He say, he challenged me. Say why when they say when the person work like say na inside package or they go work as a full. I tell her say well, the situation already tense, the conversation already serious. We don't want to make them too serious. So now we make it like a casual walk, you know. But hey, you know, that's not the person's opinion, and he challenge you on a lot of things. And he say, are we trying to advocate for let people walk away on a relationship? I say no. He say, are you sure? I say yeah. So he tell me a few things and say, when I go for change and say as a last resort. So thank you very much, viewers. We to make we highlight this, we get people behind the scenes. We're not so possibly part of say media, the three people where they bang it, but they're very influential in suggesting, in helping for make sure say we bring a conversation where we all the benefit for. To one of them people and we say thank you. And una in the chat group, you are most welcome. We have an open door policy, like we say, we know to that kind, you know, conventional media wearing everything as straight jackets. No, we adjust things then for fit we only. That's why we say African stories told by African. We want for control with narrative, we want for keep things in we own perspective. So without much, we see the conversation where we send out, and it's serious, T-boy. We say we all where we they grow up, and we all they yearn for, we all they imagine, want forget a relationship. Some people from childhood, some people in our workplace, some people connect them face to face, some people now they just go take and say, hey, A, B, C, now when I get for they together forever and ever. Some people before they even born themselves, they don't make decision for them, you know, whose kind of relationship. But the bottom line, mostly, everybody wants for they in a relationship, and everybody they look for a relationship where now one way go be happily ever after, possibly if not courtship, boyfriend, girlfriend, or straight married, but they want for make sure say wait in another relationship they for ever and ever. Amen. And we all get we own kind way them for what you they look at love, right, T-boy?
Yes, that's correct.
And Romeo and Juliet, now the fantasy love story we all man they look forward for. Even we ask somebody what you they look out for in a good man or a good woman. I want somebody we kind, we loving, we nice, we caring. We get all this prescription, but all that I shall say now for lead we to the person who they share we heart with. We go make sure say we did together forever and ever. So you tell me about your own Romeo and Juliet kind fantasy we can think about. Today now you not and you agree so not forget guests. So today now you are the whole team until we panelists we viewers then begin contribute.
Well, me own version of Romeo and Juliet now. When I move, you move. Because when I say when I move, you move. Sometimes people find it very difficult to be in a relationship where they can always refer to as this is a toxic relationship, is tangling. There is nothing in life that is not toxic or tangling. But basically, in a relationship, you got to expect them to things in it because it is sweet from the beginning, say right top to the middle and to the end. Then can they say new love, no, Ben waste. But some new love, I like it don't take 10 years, it's still getting Ben waste, partner. So, or some love and they like it don't take 10 years, it's still new. Now how you try for project your relationship with somebody, una not forget the same likes initially when they start with. So una get for begin on a very platform where una believe say this is me and this is you. I don't
but some people as then grab, as they meet, so there is a spark, there's that chemistry.
Even with the chemistry, it gets a limit. The chemistry they go up to some points and then reality kicks in. Because when the chemistry get a spark, now like the way you put two positive words together, then they spark. But for as long as the spark don't last for long, you know they create that same impact the way it decreased initially. So basically, when I get to understand, say when that spark they reduce, when I get to understand, say it doesn't mean that you guys are not in love with each other anymore, but it also means say una not begin grow so una own corner the way una belong. And when you reach to that stage there, una for understand now say you both have different values, you both react to things differently, and una also look at what are the positive aspects of what una will share in common in terms of una likes and dislike. So una not just forget the same commonalities at all, definitely.
So now that time day I get for put me lipstick, because I want for look really, really nice today. This is a serious conversation. You know, Mr. Get for put me chopstick or lipstick or whatever you call it.
My brother, you not be realizing the camera there on two screen. I make
I see my watch.
You will dodge. You want to do quick quality dodge. Then kind of accent. How do you my lip don't shine quick so?
But let me know. Give me chance. You know, because they, you know, they try for. I don't know. They try for sabotage me. I get for, you know, go swam for that. So the way you talk. So now that time the eye they clear where the eye they begin see the bandwidth span the love business.
Yes.
Because that's just an analogy business you talk so.
Yeah. But when the eye see the bandwidth span the love not necessarily means say the love not strong.
Right.
Not necessarily means say the love don't begin get some kind curve. Of course, there is going to be a curve. Now, how you they take the curve now matter. Sometimes you take a deep curve like a Land Rover, we not get curve, it's on a board, it's scatter. Right. So when you get to the curve, you should always slow down and make sure say you take the right curve and turn the steering the right way. You can't there at a pace of 100 miles an hour and you want to take a deep curve where the angle is very tight. So basically,
like if you come off Victoria, they go Kabbalah. The people away so familiar with Kabbalah, where you reach Kabbalah, you see, get outside and stay that Kabbalah curve, they know so. So where you can, at the kind speed where you been there with 100 miles an hour, you know, 40 miles, 60 miles an hour, you get for go down to 15, 20 miles an hour for able for manage the motor car. So
especially when you go down that hill with that curve.
Right.
The curve not gets any kind flat surface at all, now hill curve. So basically, that's the challenge in life. And when you bring the challenge in life into reality, you're able to understand, say, when you reflect to the driving skills of a professional driver where they go up a steep hill, is equally the same as a person who is in a relationship and the relationship is climbing up a steep hill. So you therefore readjust your pace, and look at what thing will be the best pace for take for go up this hill and complete them. Because there are times when you don't need to finish the hill. It's how far you can get.
Can go. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine that hill there in the process where they go a steep hill, you know, just like the relationship for climbing, not easy. Then you begin meet up gallop, you begin meet up potholes, you begin meet up bump, you begin meet up the rough terrains. Imagine that means, you know, like everything pulling you from all over the place. You know, you this one person or una then two people here. So the external factors, then now, you know, the reality, them inside the other challenges and your own personal way of doing things. Now you get for adjust, you get for compromise, for accommodate the other person, because that's what life is about, really, generally. Any relationship are not things say for be different, right?
Well, not necessarily. I don't feel say for be different. It depends on how both individuals they look at them and how they relate to them. But in a situation like this, now like a way in a plane, then the pilot says, "Oh, we are going to approach turbulence, so I believe everybody should put their seatbelts on, sit straight and relax." So basically, they are preparing you for the gallop way in front of you. Yeah. But the bad thing about road, you hardly see some of the gallops then, because sometimes you need able to see 50 meters away from you.
Or navigate before you reach there.
Or navigate, pass we don't almost reach like a 10 meters away, or even less than that for like for realize say they get bumps or humps and they in front of you. So now that way, no more I see relationship talek. There are times when people choose to do certain things in different ways because of the way how they feel say it will work for them. It don't necessarily mean say it will work for the other person the same kind of way. Yeah. So when things get rough, in situation that we discuss for talk about so right now, nine are the challenging times of everything we do. There are times when you feel say the world they for you, not here for catch everything, because otherwise you will sink. So catch the one the way you aren't able for all. They might be the ones that will rescue you.
Right.
Not go for the bigger things the way if you say, okay, this thing is big. If I all I'm going for survive, sometimes then they sink with you. Yeah. But you got to be able to forget the knowledge of rationale, wherein you know what is vital and what isn't. Because when you get to the situation where the thin line where you feel to say that the line we're able to save your relationship, then at the line where they actually break them, because you take them for granted anyway. Most times that's how it is. So you got to look at them from different perspectives. It depends on how you look at things and how you measure things, or how you relate to things, or how you evaluate things. Because it's all down to human sense of knowing what to do next when the going get tough. So I don't know which you want to take on that.
Well, again, just like they say, they use the analogy and traveling, motor car and traveling analogy now, so for, as relationship. And I like the way you say, when you did at the road, sometimes and they with the pilot, where they fly, the pilot, they prepare you, say, okay, put you on a seatbelt. But with the motor car now, where you go, now make them, they say, always get your seatbelt on. Because when you they approach, sat inside, and before you they see the gallop or the porthole for navigate, you don't go inside, jump. And if you're not careful, like what you say, then they can make you somersault, or you will just swerve and catch yourself back and can at the right lane also you been there. Imagine where you they drive your motor car. Let's take lucky eye small, like let's take like a saloon, for example. Then you reach Nada Kabbalah curve the middle net. You understand? Then so take the speed, rain they come, lights not there, then you meet up the porthole or the gallop. What would you do? It can be scary, so
very, very,
very scary. So imagine you're in a relationship, now that kind of situation, which you not be the expect, say, this person surprised me, and not be the expect and say go behave so. Look how he come approach me. Look what you do. What do you do at that time? Do you go neutral gear? Do you go 5 miles an hour? Or you say, enjoy they continue for pump the gas, go 120 miles an hour because now that level day you want for day? Or the other motor car where they come front you for pose that risk day to you. You say they challenge and sometimes that motor car get one eye. The car can say one headlight. You say this motor car one eye. How many times you don't navigate then kind motor car and then real life where almost you don't run into accidents or they drive middle net? So if you get that imagination in a relationship, what do you do? Do you continue to pump the gas or the accelerator? As soon as they call in a UK, you continue for accelerate. For say, I go show you that and me. You they go be enraged driver where you say they challenge the other person and continue for escalate the situation, or you go just breathe. The car can tell one me paddy can say breathe.
Well,
breathe.
sometimes,
but it's easier said than done. Where you not in at the driving seat, because what I understand, say where you drive, where you can drive mostly. Do I then at the passenger side, not take you always a call to paddy man, not run too much so. Paddy man,
see.
Yeah, kind of. So it's the same situation. We were then at the passenger side right now. We're able for talk. But this is all we can do, is an opinion that we're sharing. So you may be in a situation wherein sometimes you will get a flashlight, say, say a gem media, them been say this. Should I accelerate or, pull my foot na the accelerator or the gas? Over to you, T-Boy.
Again, I used one word some time ago, but then say, right. There is such thing like voluntary suicide, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because why I use the word, somebody say, you cannot volunteer suicide. I'm like, what do you mean? Because at the end of the day, the reason make I use this word now, that because if you not say, they use the driving scenario, if you did at 100 miles an hour, and then you bump into some kind gallop, and you still keep your foot na the accelerator for go the 100 miles an hour, is voluntary suicide.
So I mean, you aware, you conscious, say if I do this,
you definitely go get an accident will kill you. Yeah. So basically, there are times when people don't think like that, but their action, they make them go down that road there.
Right.
Yeah. So the better it's better for you to think twice before you accelerate. For say you go 100 miles an hour and not decide for reduce your speed. Thinking I need to get there on time. I need to get there on time. Is it better than you not getting there at all? You don't want to let this person down. Is it better than the person being let down by not seeing you alive again? You want to maintain your family's name. Is it better than maintaining your family, your family's name, then you don't exist among those names anymore.
These
are some of the things we have to think about before you do certain things in life. Because is it about pleasing people than actually pleasing yourself? Is it about putting yourself in a situation that you cannot deal with yourself, but you want people to deal with that situation for you? So it is very critical sometimes for you to make such decisions, especially when you know exactly what you are facing, what you are going through, the rate at which you drive, how you get the control for reduce your speed, how you get the control for stop the car if you have to. We're not saying stop the car instantly. Definitely, you will somersault. That's again another voluntary suicide. But the pace at which you go, you can begin slow and down from 100 to 90 to 80 to 70 until you get an average speed where you get control. It's the same as relationship. Sometimes people think to be in a relationship is like you're driving a car, you fly, take the woman, go everywhere, can go party, can go club, buy for all the things that we they expect you to buy for woman. You don't start the relationship in a high pace, you accelerate. And then you begin to reduce the speed. And when you begin to reduce the speed, the person will begin to ask you, say, hey, but so why make you start from high there, you begin kind of? Because driving segment gets a driving pace. You need to just start the motor, you go get 100, vroom. No.
But then you can say the same about the woman as well. Say when the woman in the relationship, it gets so vested, they cook for the man every day, it will make 3 meals a day, it will go washing clothes them, it do everything. You know,
when they ask him, he said, man.
Yes.
Because then, I show and love.
Yeah, but then time reach, he decides, say, you know what, today I don't feel for cook, or today I'm able for wash your clothes them. Then the man begin complain, say things don't change. What?
You know they do what you don't use for do again.
Wait, you don't use
for do. You book for me.
Yes.
But then they book for me again.
Sometimes you take me back and you pull me shoes, you pull me honey, you don't eat, you don't this, you don't that. But you're not able that day. So does that mean you don't hate the man or the relationship don't go sour? Or you the man?
But I think we not for the give an impression to a partner that will not feel to say we go for continue for carry on with. Because for me, when you come into my life for the first time, I tell you what I am.
Yeah, but T-boy, how you they gauge say you go able for continue with this or you not go able for continue with that?
Now you do the thing. So basically you go know. If it is you, you know. If it is not you, you know. You know,
okay, they talk about the one that we can try for fake and where they put.
Of course, you know when you are faking something and you know when you're not. I'll give an example. I talked to somebody the other day. He said, "Oh, me, why they fit on? I they wash twice a day." Yeah, and then he go America. He begin wash twice a day. Then his cousin ask him. He said, you know wash you can eat.
Yes.
Now the person say, "Oh no, me a woman. I just for the wash twice a day." And guess what happened? The woman in cousin in West feel guilty. So instead of you wash twice a day, but that's not you. So imagine now.
Maybe they wash one time for day, but then because you don't sit down around. Yeah, but a good influence.
With climates possibly they allow you for you to do that on a regular basis. So basically, if you they wash once a day, that is you.
Yeah.
Don't try to compromise because you don't feel to say you man in cousin wake up and they wash 2 times for the day. So you want for Falamakasam and feel guilty. Why should you?
But like relationship, you can adapt. You know what I mean? Say because you're not planned to do something. If you see them there, you learn them, for do them. So again, Namika
say if the person we can visit and return back home, will you continue?
Right.
That's the problem. And when you continue, the man turn around and say, "Oh, you know the tiger in the was."
Yes, it's gotta be the was.
Oh, the man turn around and say, "Oh, you know the team in the was." Look, if I come out, wake every day the was. You the was say the was once a week. You understand?
We don't get one comment now. So, where the person say most times a faulty car they give you indicators, they automatically become faulty. Same as relationship. Yeah. Monitor the indicators from the get-go. Again, this is very important. How many people away get motor car where they grab na money, go checking oil, he checks say headlights they all they work, or he even pay attention to the dashboard beside the check engine lights they come on, or he say the tire on the flat and all of those things. Many people don't do that. So that's what this via I think they try for allude to, which is good. So if you the watch we contribute now the chat group, Femi they can post the phone number for call on WhatsApp. We want for you what they say. What you try for do we they make a little bit simple, so we don't put yourself under pressure. But we say in a challenging relationship, when is it the best time to walk away? And somebody corrects me, say as a last resort. Not put pressure on people and say you first thought therefore be for walk away. If this relationship don't become so challenging, like how this viewer say, Maria Mabinti Kamara, he say the what you call them the motorcar, no, they just become faulty. Although some motorcar they pull on a garage today, as you put on the road, so it is faulty because without noticing you. But most times the indicators and the way they show you say, something wrong. So when you for check
London.
Yes, when you for check
they shake.
Yeah, when you they pay attention to that motorcar, say be it man, be it woman, now that relationship say, these signs here, then red flags here, so don't they show. Should I take a step back? Like can go to the mechanic, let it try for go fix the tire, let it change the headlight bulb them. Let it do something, meaning that you say, take a step back, you sit down, you analyze and say, okay, what should I do differently so I for keep that motorcar running? So,
who done the love mechanic? If we make reference to the vehicle, what are they refer to as the mechanic for love?
Just like a motorcar, if you ask me, the motorcar and in everything in life, I feel say the first person, now you. The reason being, because when you can go to the specialist, okay, that means in an extreme case. So when you learn for drive, then they tell you, say you get for familiar with your motorcar, the motorcar with a manual. You understand? Again, the manual get content. This kind motorcar, now this kind make, now the age this motorcar now 4-wheel drive, now 2-wheel drive, now electric car, now this diesel. Now, so you get for familiar with the motorcar first.
Right.
When you don't familiar with them, then now you the driver. When you begin drive motorcar newly, say you're not too comfortable with when for accelerate too much. So instead the motorcar to get jog by you feel say you must have drive like a rusty driver, But then over time, that motorcar you don't used to, for say the motorcar pull this sound, okay, because I'm not being put water. I forget for turn the AC down. So you don't familiar with your motorcar sound. Some people get where you didn't host. Where papa they car with motorcar or mama they car with motorcar. As they read the motorcar 5 miles coming, they say papa they car, man they go sit down, me suit up. Because that family they don't familiar with that motorcar. So you will get the motorcar self, your motorcar. If you hear sound they come, you said you drive a self for go take the motorcar car goes on side. Say that your motorcar they cancel.
So what if you don't know, say your motorcar gets certain faults, them how they detect them? You get for which say the faults actually play upon you before you get that. Say okay, your motorcar na the back brake na long fuel.
When they go do driving test,
instant reaction. So some accident the way they happen with your vehicle we're not aware of. What do you do?
Well, now different situation. They therefore definitely analyze the instant one where happen. Let's say depending on who side happen. If na middle of the road, what you they call? You they call rescue. No, so
yeah.
So the rescue can be the godmommy, the goddaddy. It can be close family member. We're familiar with una within another relationship. So it's the same with the motorcar. So
if not the motorcar scenario would describe for relates to the relationship scenario, I think the first point of call if you get breakdown middle of the road, the rescue not get for the godmommy because that's the extreme case that.
Well, you they call AA because when you say the unexpected. You don't go somewhere where this one the motorcar just hot.
Yes.
You don't come out, you don't check what happened. You don't know what's happen. Definitely you need specialist equipment for can checker. So now they call the AA or the rescue team for tell us, say, by the way, I get me motocar, now this happened. What can I do? Then go ask you questions, them. You understand? With me on experience, they'll ask you questions. What happened? So sometimes something they go jog with the mind say, oh, I've been supposed to put this switch on and not put them on. Right? But then what's it?
No, sometimes you know the group.
What's the chat say?
Somebody say, hold on, let me open the rest of the message. Oh God. Somebody say, it's a love mechanic. Now you the owner. Now you not the first port of call. You sabi you motor car in history. Good.
Yeah. And then
I agree.
Somebody actually say no to all man they read manual and motor car, and then the dangerous thing, because if you're not familiar with motor car, there's a problem. You know.
So how you will read manual for love if we make the example? Direct interpretation.
I they read manual. Now for try to understand the person. You get for know it in you know how that person did, because like you self, you they expect say you know they expect somebody else for sabi for tell the person waiting are you did, waiting are you this, waiting are you dislikes, waiting are you likes there, waiting they make you tick. You know, all of those things. Now so you they read the person and study. I mean, you know, they're able to understand that manual there. Within that, you know, that first day, then first weeks, then first month, then even then first years, then the manual, you go look at the interesting part, then first. So now that most of the people they check, the motor they start, yes, they start, that's what they do, that's why I get for start time. Now so over time, now that's when they go understand, say, the motor gets extra accessories or extra functions, right? Say, oh, we all this motor car, so if I push the gear go so this one actually if not automatic not to drive it go straight to 1 or 2, you know. So those are the kind of things that we want to say. But our little Holland well the again let me see here, guys, relationships have been all day now for pray God bless both sides with patience and wisdom to dialogue and find a solution. Again, I agree with this with Hamid Majid, because you know, a lot of people can say, but forget me, I experienced driver. You know how long I don't drive. So now that's the point to so Sabino they do.
Me man for the call but they comment there, so just call the comments no more.
I have to call. Sorry. You know. Why not I call? Anyway.
Right. Somebody said DNA should be a lot cheaper in Sierra Leone.
No, that person they advertise.
Okay, they advertise. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now post where they advertise. We don't tell people they left for advertise now platform, but they're not the let's go back to the conversation here. The reason why we bring this topic, we don't see a lot of audios, videos out there, not just from Sierra Leonean, but people outside Sierra Leone, where we don't see possibly waiting they show like I say, yeah, the relationship it don't sour or something, the relationship don't become challenging. Then we see the actions the way they happen. And we don't see the extreme cases them where the relationship, you know, it don't pass sour, it don't pass challenging, it don't become dangerous and toxic because die they come out day. You know. So somebody, Matilda said, look, he said call name because we would know how to address them. All right. Well, you said they get for call name, Matilda. You get for can call name. So you can get for can share yourself your experience. So Femi, post the phone number and possibly we'll come play one of the videos, the first video for trigger this conversation here. So, and I want for let people with viewers them understand, say, we're not playing those videos because we want for shame the people but possibly some person not able for see them. Or, and when they subject them people but we just they discuss the issue around that video because they don't go viral now the people share them or somebody share them. So I think it's all right for share the video, let we know, you know, because some of them very traumatizing, some of them it keeps us thinking, you know, a lot. So we don't want for let we self fall na the trap. We don't want for let anybody else fall na the trap. Then they, you know, life is challenging. You know, the problem than 2 months. So over to you, Femi. Whilst Femi they come, T-Boy, what do you have to add there based on the comments that we don't see so far?
Well, the comment the way I don't see so far, they're all looking positive, and everybody they raise few of concerns of what he thinks a relationship is all about. Some man say we get you Mutukai for no harm. Some man they say sometimes you therefore look at the different areas of what in relationship mean. Some man they say relationship not so very easy, but it gets in own challenges then. But I feel somebody also they say sometimes they talk out of experience, but again, me age will determine whether I'm talking out of experience or I'm just saying these things. But there is no such thing like experience in love, because no matter how much experience you get in a relationship, there will be a time when you fall short, not because you don't know what to do. It's only because people are different. But you're not going to tell me, say, if you don't keep 15, 20, 30 girlfriend, you get experience in love, you know what to do. There is no manual, just like what somebody said at the chat group. There is no physical manual, like where they say, this is not the manual for drive a car. This is not the manual for bicycle. This is not the manual how for fix your printer. There is no manual in relationship, because just like where all printers get brand, that's so all women themselves now like a different brands.
Not so just woman, man themselves.
Man themselves as well. Well, we talk about both sex now, so but me and man, so I get for make most reference to woman then, because I talk about the opposite sex in
we will talk for the woman then.
No problem. I not say you know the ladies man, so you can able for talk for them. That's not a problem at all. Yeah. But I can also fall in the issue most times, but I can also come out of my back as well. But on a very serious note, I think we get for look at people differently. We get for assess them differently. We get for assume their capacity then differently. Because one thing where you don't want, now for make you put somebody in a platform where you feel say the person for belong, and then it perform otherwise. So we can create too much pressure in our relationship because our expectations are sometimes high. And then when they drop, we think everything has fallen. It doesn't necessarily mean that, because sometimes we have to look at what's in them people also get. What are the values are they bringing into your life is what you should look at most than the negatives the way they bring kind of life. Because the negatives are able for deal with, for make we able forget a good relationship, because the good things are always good anyway.
So now the compromise coming.
Now the compromise
back to the chat group here. So Matilda, don't throw and back at we say he not get experience, so tell God thank you, but he get plenty for say based on the life experience through some friends where you don't talk with and all that.
Well, let me see that call. Let me share some of their experience. Then.
Yeah, also let me see here. I see Timbuktu Atakama come and say, is this motorcar metaphor a prefer second-hand motor than new one? Because they drive good. So they talk about if na second-hand motorcar they talk about on a new motorcar they talk about. Then Victor Baba Richards, they say for compare a car with a human love relationship, it's easy. Love relationship is more than a car. Human brain is crafty. So you see, I like that kind. Then Vera say in a relationship, nobody know they become a graduate because you get new things them for learn daily. Exactly. So this is what we're talking about. Just no way somebody challenge, we say nobody not perfect or they understand love. All right. So let we hold on for Femi for play the first video.
Okay.
All right. So keep your comments coming while the video goes up.
Family man, why?
In the meantime, while the video go up, I think if you have any
video up now.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a short video. I know say people that don't see him around, T-Boy.
Yeah.
You say don't see him. We see a video where they show, we don't know if na actual scene or na acts in the act. We not been there at the scene for. That was a short video. For proof that. Sorry, people that don't see him around. And the lady, they throw away somebody in things that will look like man things them. Not treat. You know, and obviously they pull them inside. Was there the man sound, we sound like a Ghanaian at the background. You know, it could be just an actor, it can be somebody real, you know, but they throw away the man in things then I do. So when do you think we can trigger some of them things here? But before you go there, I see Matilda come back and say but this is not most of the time about expectation. It's financial and competition that leads to most of these issues. People always want to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah, I don't pause. I don't pause. Yeah.
So why you pause?
I throw away answer you.
Oh, you throw away answer me?
Yes.
You get back, Kiko. Right. As far as the statements we Matilda make, at times she's right in most cases. Yeah. And when it's say people want to keep up with the Joneses now because people want for final market are waiting they happen around. They want for keep up making at the pace at which things they happen and let themselves feel say we are in line with what is the current status quo of relationship, maybe within our community, i.e. you see couples and they go together every day and they go to a restaurant, you meet anytime you go to a restaurant, you meet full house couples, you go club, full house couples, you go to any kind of gathering, you see couples together. Sometimes it's nice, but sometimes you don't know what is behind those niceness of those couples that you see. So if you want to imitate, say, oh, then couples always they look dressed the same thing, then they wear the same clothes, then they share the same kind. Enough of what we don't see not necessarily mean they are in a happy relationship.
Okay.
Not necessarily mean they are doing perfectly well at home. Not necessarily mean their financial status is good. Sometimes people act all those things just for the fact that they want to look good. In terms of the video we just play, that was a common incident in the UK, Usawi Day, possibly 15 years down the line or 20 years down the line. It was very common.
Right. Okay.
And the reason they make reference to that period of time there, now because those are the challenging times when majority of some of we kind of this country 20-something years ago not get status.
Okay, so you talk within the Sierra Leone community.
Within the Sierra Leone community, we know. So status now be one big issue. And then when you get issue with status, definitely job security is paramount. You will not have any kind of job security. So most times, women in this community have the privileges that most men do. This is like what, 15, 20 years ago? So we see a lot of these kind of practices within the UK Sierra Leone community. But as time goes by, the dynamics change.
Right.
It not change, say, it doesn't happen, but it is reduced to maybe 5 or 10%.
All right.
Yeah. And that they gives we the issue for make we realize say, what has changed. One of the things that we change that because there is a high sense of security in people's immigration status. We don't stable.
Right.
And when your status is stable, job security is also going to be stable. It means you can have a proper job, you can change jobs, you can switch from one job to the next because you have the documentation that can guarantee you job security.
Right.
So your contribution towards the household, like
with Matilda
in the chat say,
yeah,
becomes even. So
right,
basically you now go the 50-50 or you now go 60-40. So that means you're now making contribution to that household. So for the fact say your stuff will be thrown out in black bags when that have been the thing that they move out with becomes either limited or doesn't really happen at all.
Right.
So now comes another form of maybe retaliation from homes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when we don't come up from that phase day, now phase where they repeat itself on a regular basis now in London.
Okay.
Because there is a lot of security in terms of people's residential status. There's a lot of security in terms of job. There's a lot of security in terms of men and women making serious contribution towards their household. So the burden is not on one person. And sometimes when the burden becomes a burden on one person, it becomes frustrated and it creates so much insecurities within that household. Because when the husband or the or the wife comes back from work, maybe they are tired, and then the opposite sex is wanting a lot of attention, demands a lot of attention in terms of food preparation, keep coming, watch TV.
One for do let woman do everything as a housewife. We don't come out, don't go fend for.
It becomes challenging, and some of them things then they really happen. Then they make relationships, then they begin get the mechanical issue that will begin to we need for call mechanic for come into this particular relationship for see how we can put some spanners together and tight some screws. But that is not back in the days where they say so now, we will say like for say it's an issue. But the rate at which we now they experience the form of issue in a relationship, if you want for say be biased, I would prefer back then because again you will be safe.
So then tell them they go throw things in a door, but then post danger for let them kill you or whatever.
No.
Okay. I hold on there quick. I see we get messages them. Yeah, so whilst Mr. Palmer will come put the phone number for let people call. Bangali Kago say, I believe say for make you partner to where you stuff them na door, it go down, they show you the red flag. So a wise person, be it man or woman, once you notice the red flag sign, you need for make a move before they embarrass you. So that's Bangali. Then Maria Mabinti come in and say, this video is figurative and real meaning of washing dirty linens in public. Difficult to judge what's precipitated this climax, but it looks like a situation of enough is enough. Then Timbuktu say, that's why you should purchase motor car that you can maintain rather than high-end car that's above your pay grade. So again, we come back to the same thing, similar to what Matilda say earlier, keeping up with the Joneses and which you self-analyze, say, keeping up appearance, where for say something. Because remember, you say that earlier where I challenge you. You say, they start something you're able for continue. When I say, another thing, say, in a relationship, you're able for determine which you get for continue. Things change so much. Because for me, personally, I believe, say, life, as well as relationship, 1 + 1 is not always 2. It could be 2 for somebody, it can be 5 for another person, it can be 10 or -2 for different people then, depending on your situation. That's my take. But so
you have to read that last comment.
Yeah, let me see here. But before we read the comment, let's just say the phone line is open. WhatsApp, you can call us on +44 79 56 52 8160. Let's jump Matilda and comment right now and come to this last one first. It say, how come you guys are not mentioning the increase in gender-based violence or domestic violence, which may result in death? During this COVID period, there is an increase in violence against women, and women quit to avoid being killed. All right, caller. All right, we'll address that. We'll get a call. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Can you hear us? Hello, go ahead and make your call. All right, we don't lose Sam. We will try for call and back or they encourage them for let call back. Yeah, so T-Boy, that are the serious parts, and you mentioned, but we've seen it done happen before. It's like this person read my mind, because you say back in the days, that pressure, the woman don't go. Okay, will they get a call? Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Will they hear you if you they call? Hello. All right, so they get challenges in getting the callers. So we know the area. I don't know if you do sign network, or the network. So the stock, but we'll bring and come to Najis now. Whilst we wait for that caller, Matilda Matilda don't vex I jump in comment, but I guess I'm say I go I the jump in comment first. I the come to them because I get me reason why I say I the jump and force. I know they jump in comment because I want for skip and completely, but I'll come to that comment. I have my reason for. So now for anger and they small. Hold and small. Not going to no work pass. Okay. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, please say your name and make your comments, please, or your question, or share your opinion or experience with me.
Good evening. Not really. Not very sure in the name. Really, you guys probably know who that I talk anyway, but I don't. An officer feel comfortable for sharing them.
All right. Okay. All right.
Clearly do identify yourself.
No, I right for
assume we sabi invoice. We not sabi invoice.
I they protect T-Boy. I they protect me caller, and I right for be anonymous. Go ahead, caller. Hello.
Caller, let's make it out talk together. I make their caller talk.
Hello.
Juma, not blame you, not blame me.
Well, you get right for decline for say your name or your identity. You can say without mentioning your name. But if you choose to mention your name as well, that's fine.
Matilda don't say you say make all my calling name.
Yes, but again, I don't have choice now, opinion. So when the caller call back off, Femi, if you can try for reach and back, that would be nice. One for hearing your comment or question. All right, T-Boy,
yes,
get ready, and possibly I'll get for make Femi jump into this question with this person ask about.
Is it Femi not twist his face?
Yeah, this domestic violence issue and gender-based violence, and they possibly. That is why women then they quit for avoid being killed. So they say maybe, not they say correct. But before that, the law go to Matilda in comments now. He say it's still happening in this time. It's the jogman business and Mama Koga until they are tired with autographing job, and on to the next one. So you say the black plastic business not happen na UK again.
I not say they happen. No, I say it don't reduce to either 10 or 5%.
Okay. So Matilda will clarify, but Matilda mentioned jogman business and Mama Koga until they are tired with.
What's one of the Mama Koga, Matilda?
Well, Matilda, please clarify for we. You don't be too technical for we na way campaign. Some of them here, so we don't want for say the wrong things here. So if you're able for clarify for
we can't assume by this now. We say that the wrong thing we can't assume it. So,
but you don't say the jogman business they cause problem at the place. So so possibly those are the
well again if I can reference to Matilda with that particular statement there, that has reduced as well. Because what they cause that over the years, again, is a lot of insecurity. And then insecurity also, it's based on the fact that most women, possibly, or most men, where they go jog woman or jog man, then they're faced with challenges. And some of them challenges they are so, one, na job security, two, na status. Yeah. So if you Monday you have status, you are like a hot cake within the community. Equally so, if you Monday you get status, you are super hot cake within the community. You get Monday where they go work tirelessly and can't compete because they were not just doing it for the sake of love, but also for the sake of reassuring themselves to say they will live and stay in this country without having any immigration status. And I need to just say this, so I am really saying this truthfully because I've been witness to so many issues then where related to this particular thing where they make references to. So somebody say I talk with experience, and I make I talk then kind of thing also. But it's not my personal experience, it's experiences of things that I've seen with my own eyes. Yeah. And my own personal experience, if I talk about sometimes some might not go back and say for common and use anyway, because it is extreme. But I'm not here to share my extreme situation to anybody other than just letting people know these were some of the issues behind the jogman and jogwoman thing there. But like I say, it don't reduce.
Right.
And what's in on the norm within the community now, even when they say self-fets for man, the rivalry not strong anymore, like how been.
Yeah, because I remember first the way where they go events them, you get cabal they're wearing where you go there, you prepare and say at this particular time of this event, whether a wedding, marry, what you call pulnado, whatever you may call it, or just normal social event, you know, say at a particular time, the fet man. All right, let's answer this call quick. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Yes, please.
Yes, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Welcome, and if you choose to share your name, we'll appreciate that. If not, you're welcome to make your to ask your questions, make your opinion or your comments.
It's okay. I need to be anonymous.
Okay. Hello, you're breaking.
Okay. So basically, hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, go ahead. Don't listen to the the live program. You know, there's a 20 seconds delay.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna speak. So this is Matilda J. Cole calling. So basically, within I've been to say is this. One, the thing which can cause a lot of stress in a relationship. First, financial. Second, like way other parents have been say for the trying to for the Joneses, this abanya feki in a relation to them. People then know the suffer push these, especially in the African community, but could say in the left. So then
oh yeah, with the struggle for Matilda, she's making. Hello? Hello? Can you hear us?
I'm trying to now.
Yeah, with the struggle for a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I'm calling you direct.
Go ahead. They hear you loud and clear. I don't know if you get other normal calls coming in, then possibly that will affect Go ahead.
God, see what I that. This of a posh life, this abanya fake life, and it causes a lot of things. Sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the time, people and they live more above their means, and they live more above their pay grade. Sometimes then they go work 2, 3, 4 jobs just to keep up with the Jones system. Because they want to wear the latest lace for another party. They want to wear the latest suit for appear and latest shoes and latest whatever. Meanwhile, for parents, for put gas for them to kind of wahala. Where then they learn for take care of the most important and And then when they pay attention, it's not very much profit. Then they put out. And then they work hard for the credit. So when the parent job and they are not there to spend with each other, and you know, they don't become roommates. Even roommates have they see themselves.
Okay, so all man too busy for encompassing because they want for keep up appearance, the pressure for maintain lifestyle, you know, means not a day for for communicating and understand the relationship better. We really struggle for Yeri, Matilda. I wish you for people for Yeri. I will ask you know, waiting how for keep that balance, because people will say they need for go work. You know, the reality is people have to go to work. Some people get for do double jobs for survive. But how do you keep that balance with you know, getting your livelihood and at the same time maintaining a healthy relationship?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello?
Yes, okay, go ahead.
So some often they will the mommy they come, the papa in they go. And the most when they meet themselves. So then they can they in such a hurry, even for say good morning to each other, they cannot. Because when they run, they go. And then when they on their day off, then they don't abate them sleep all day because their body don't tire. You know? And they run the body like engine. So basically what I said, I make comments. I say there is a system within the African community where a pattern where I understand where, yes, not to all men then they so. And make the man then not feel to say I'm attacking them. No. Many men are very hardworking men. But most men also within these communities are very lazy. And they wait for them to get them. You know? They woman them. We then go work 2-3 jobs. Then just sit down house no more for the service the woman. Then we right, then jog man, then jog people, yes, that's true. Then they jog people man them, then feel to say because the man they dress fine, they look fine. They don't know for saying that woman can be slaving and with a casting self and make that man they look good. And say the grass from a distance look greener until you get closer, then you realize that there are big patches in it, you know? And then when they don't realize that grass from afar they look greener, but these were patches in it, and that's when they throw away things then I can begin most of the time. Most of the time. So, but sometimes
Matilda, let me ask you again.
Bracket,
you know, just for...
sometimes wait, make her done.
All right, go ahead.
Sometimes again, the woman can become so cocky. Then can become so cocky. We see them can don't get small thing no more. They want make bagbatina demand and aid. You know. They want this Western way of living. I not talk say for be equal in a relationship. Yes, for me, I'm a feminist. Relationship is all about equality, but at the same time, not demonize a man. The worst thing you can do to a man to dehumanize a man is to disrespect a man. Disrespect his integrity. You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes the woman then can so get caught up in this, name right, that they miss the mark of what is important. And they miss the mark of holding on to their relationship and maintaining the integrity of their relationship. So but the truth is that there are a lot of photographing boys. I don't say me English when they mix up on her. But now that I don't explain, I know what photographing means. Photographing, signature boys. They call them photographing and signature boys, or signature men and photographing men. They are around, they don't do nothing. They are couch potatoes. Women take care of them and they autograph as long as the autographing is working. When the autographing is not working, when business does scatter, the events gonna do.
They go to other one as well.
Yes, there's always one waiting in the corner that thinks the grass was greener on the other end. They're not enough of say boku old and boku potol lady.
Right. So, but
Matilda, this not experience or just somebody else your experience?
No. God bless me. If you watch me live, if you didn't, you know me. If you know me, if you didn't know, say God bless. I'm not big fool like I big fool. Me not to dokono. My mama not born dokono.
So let me ask you this now. With the talk where it only gets to that extreme, the black bag don't begin come out, and it don't, the challenges then don't begin show now that danger don't they come in. When do you think is the best time to walk away, if it's necessary for walk away?
Here is my thing. If a man raises his voice at you and cannot control his temperament, he raises his voice at you. And when he notices that his voice is going up, he cannot walk away from the room to go cool off, begin for watch out. Because the next thing, it's going to start leading to abuse. And abuse not only come by physical. Abuse also come by mental. You know what I mean? If man with the open in mouth, they tell you bad word and like for say not to mami bonam. Watch out. Like sometimes things doesn't need to get physical for you to walk away. But sometimes then at the autographing business, I can keep it and they can feel to say they will not get any more autographing somewhere.
Chai, you get for broke this autographing though. Me, I still not understand.
You do my knowledge now autograph where you decide you see.
No, I don't understand. And me not understand.
I know about photo, but me the auto you now want for interview.
Until they break and down. You ask them, they ask say like break and down.
Yeah.
Break and down.
Yeah, you know much there. Yeah, you know all much there. Yeah, you know all much there.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for calling through.
Okay.
All right. Well, another Matilda say don't come explaining points, and of course, we don't agree people and we don't they help say the coga them that are the older women keeping young guys and all that thing and they in a relationship. But again, T-boy, when Matilda be they talk and why they see the comments about older women, dating or going, having a relationship with younger guys. It'll be a problem now the community and all of that, but why make way woman then they go for sugar daddy and not a big problem? Now a badge of honor.
Me, I go say my opinion. No, I know the talk say this is what I believe. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, now just your opinion. We know the whole I'm against you
because I know this fella you begin to tell me some kind of story I don't understand. This is not my opinion. And my opinion might not be correct.
Right.
I think because women seems to look like our mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they seems to take the position of our mothers, and it is not really ethical for a young boy to date somebody who relates to her mom's age per se. Now make we know they see them like a norm within our society. For like you see older women dating younger boys, because we will always say, we are happy to say sugar daddies, but we're not happy to say sugar mommies. It's because mommies are the most precious things in our life. So we don't actually want to relate them to that sort of extent. Then
like
you say
an insult.
Then you say you got a lucky papa, but for me they say you got a lucky mama, it acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, some kind of extreme situation we will make it lead up to that. So, I feel say we're not able to equate older women to younger boys as a norm, like how they equate older men to younger women. Even though it is wrong still, but I think perception.
But somebody can challenge you right there and at the group and say age is just a number, though.
Well, I totally disagree with that at some point, because if you are old enough for somebody that you're dating and you cannot hold the conversation, then age is not a number. So it means clearly you are there for one specific motive, which is sex. I don't think that is what you call a relationship.
But that's both for men and women too.
Both
so man, they say sugar daddy they're not for dates picky with young people. They're not able.
Because you tell me what you go talk to a 20-year-old when you old 55.
True.
Except if you have an extreme mature 20-year-old, we're very clued up, we get intellectual capacity is very high, and they will be able to engage you in any conversation. Because relationships, sometimes you need to be talking about stuff that engage both sex, not just one-sided things. Otherwise, the person will look like either you don't become an advisor
Mhm.
or when they can make reference to as sugar daddy because it asks you don't come out school, you don't study,
Right.
you don't go do this, you don't go do that. Then at the end of the day, back you call it out back now. Come on.
All right. Okay. Hold on there on that. I've been saying I want to bring Femi in while we wait for another call. This conversation or the question, Femi, will be come up about how comes you guys are not monitoring the increase in gender-based violence or domestic violence, which may result in death. During the COVID-19 period, there is an increase in violence against women, and women quit to avoid being killed. So that's one opinion. But then somebody come and give me statistics. Celia Davidson say 2 women a week are killed by current or former partners in England and Wales alone. Office of National Statistics 2019, 24-hour National Domestic Abuse Helpline. So for una waiting at UK, there somebody don't do very well. I think I can pin this comments, let it go the flow there, so at least you can see that help. So Femi, I want you to have a say on this.
Jima, a say on what? Because I know you read the question because you asked like a
reason why,
question.
because waiting trigger this conversation are because we see then they throw away somebody now, one lady they throw away things that will look like a man things they don't know whether I'm a man or I'm brother or somebody, but we they assume for the purpose of this conversation, say possibly they're in a relationship with. And the initial, comment from Maria Mabinti say that possibly may be reason why women they quit relationship and walk away for avoid being killed. And then somebody can give you statistics where women they get killed every 2 women a week.
Okay, so I go tackle the domestic violence force of the people who they get killed, especially during this COVID time.
Right.
Somebody said to me, I mean, that's an interesting conversation the other day with somebody, and he say COVID or the lockdown, they act as an accelerator. So like the Tobo Mutuka, so another Mutuka talk it on come up. So basically, if you put your foot down, like you Mutuka, it'll go faster. So COVID they act like a dandy because if you and your partner we they share a home with, love on yourself, and there is something really great in that relationship, the lockdown they amplify them, they accelerate the love. So at the end of find that say go be a lot closer together. Yeah. Okay. But then in the other hand, if like not get much in common, love not new again, love don't begin fall aside, then can't experience this lockdown again. It acts as an accelerator where they cause this violence in the homes because don't forget say most of we they go work 9 hours for day, we they travel go work 1 hour
that
each
way.
At
the UK.
Yes, we in the UK. We they
Some
travel
people
go
work
work
16 hours a day
each day. Then 11 hour. Then we they sleep another 6-7 hours. So basically, it's what we get for the spend with we partners them in the UK. Not better. But all of a sudden, lockdown can now you deal with that partner the 24/7. You sabi we host them at this side of the world. We then tight. Not like a salon we host them big go. We host them tight. So place not there for one go. You can't even go na streets at the height of lockdown. You only allowed out for 15-20 minutes for go walk, and you get for don't come back now. So imagine you partner day 24/7. Like I mean, so my neighbor, when lockdown beginning, nobody make her sleep fine. All day bed noise. So I think say the love been kind of brand new dancing and the, but as the lockdown begin, when COVID begin. As the lockdown begin, extend so now, all of a sudden, we know they them bed noise and they again. Na halala no more now. So you see, that's how I see it. As you say.
So from the Romeo and Juliet, it turned to
it turned to other thing because again, something like what T-boy say, they don't get much in common. So where they don't talk, then 2-3 and tap talk them, talk done. And some man the neighbor sets them out. Something go they watching football, girl go can talk something, back talk go falla, back can go falla. Stuff like that and they happen. And not to just demand them, the women are just as guilty. You know, some women not sabi set them out. When conversation don't go far, one pound I get for act maturely and say, okay, well, I know they say nothing again. Just for keep the peace. Some
Well,
women
so a lot of triggers then.
Yeah, so you get
Really
but who then say
that.
as so they cause anything. Obviously, me not a specialist in this field, so
Right.
I'm just giving my opinion and how me see things. Again, looking at the household, una make on get big and London we also not that big. But most of we go up na country apart from them country as na Sierra where until we get bigger houses then. And really and truly, make I not lie, it asks for me to yeri with parents and then they make noise. Something like because the host them is big, because most probably they say when they get them chamot them. But because the host them so big that mama and papa didn't adagumu bayanda, picking any adagumu bayanda, so you never hear what happens between mama and papa. But now they host they are so, you know, place not there for hide. As you talk so and you know he really and truly, I think say down the back now the cause of who we see book of them black
So
back
that-
them with the tension
So
don't grab.
breathing space not a day.
Yeah, not there at all. You know, as sometimes papa want come out near mama, come mama don't talk too much. He turn yanda picking the hamburger yanda, so he just get for cancel them back na the parlor and take the abuse and this and that and then one till it to the other, or the other way around. As I say, not to demand no more get the problem with you man. We all guilty. So that's
So-
how I see this.
So for in line with the question we then be asked, where T-Boy been mentioned about age business and all that, and sugar mama and sugar daddy.
Yeah, so-
somebody that you know T-Boy they don't challenge and also say somebody been say age not just number. Then where T-Boy respond, Pose come back and say this is up to the people involved. Who are we to judge a relationship? That's the question. And there was a follow-up there, say maturity is not in age. So what do you have to say on that?
Juma, you know, we can look at all lengths here. So, you know, horses for courses, you know, who that gets in sus or who that way in sus now the bonam. You know, we all have we all like different woman them and man them every shape, way and form. You know, a few years ago, certain things that would happen now you could not imagine. You understand? I can't talk something very controversial. Apologies if I offend anybody, but the Western world, they until we say for keep or for married two women then a bad thing. Yeah, and then try for tell we people and say that is wrong and we should move away from that thing but they advocate for make two man or two women married. For me, yes, sorry. I think that you know you can't they preach to me one way wrong, then you can't do and can't force me for do or accept in a way we all be no say be wrong. So there is schools for thought. All man gets usai ide. All man gets uda elek. So man like granny. So young man like granny. Not all anything for do is money. So young man like granny. Some grandpa like grandpikin. You understand? Yes, sometimes the woman go make you feel young. Sometimes that mommy, the bobo go make you feel young again. It doesn't really matter. Marriage or relationship is always it's a contract.
Yeah,
you know,
but interestingly,
it's all make a
you know,
done.
I know one for the reference Matilda too much. Let you know, like say na you know, but it says some things then also about keeping up appearance, the banya fakey business. You see, the same things we condemn in our society, in our community. But they buy all the magazine here, watch all the reality celebrity shows them.
That's the point I was trying to make. You know,
Go ahead.
We some of the things that we've been do, where we've been feel to say right. Now, you know, 10, 15, 20 years later, we've been told are wrong. Yeah. Because all man are sitting in the same way. Yeah. If me can't grab now, I tell you, una say me na elephant, una go believe, una go say no. But right now, I can grab and talk, say, you know, I am a woman. So everybody sees things differently, you know, and we get for, you know, try for accept people as they are. If that Pekin choose saying a big man he wants, who are we to judge? You know,
Pekin will reach the age of consent.
Exactly. As long as she's above the age, you know. What talk about Pekin? I talk about, you know, yeah.
Right.
young child. But that young lady, if you see say wants a man who's 2x, 3 times her age, nice. And if the man self like him, then so be it. It's give and take. The pikin they get something, the man they get something. However, then like waiting in the shape, that's their consent. If the man,
Right.
if the pikin had the money no more he wants from the man, and the man sex and everything where he wants, or the man the pikin had the money handbag and the man leg down there, that's a mutual agreement. Yeah, me, you not get the rights for judge the one then they, you
Right.
know.
But to themselves, if we don't see the thing, don't they become dangerous and all that?
When
thing,
it
then
becomes
is it-
dangerous, with every relationship, tend the car way, we all end up they make plabber. Yeah, and sometimes they not to just the two people them, sometimes family and friends then they influence them also. So back if you look at this whole age thing we they talk about, I've been given one story a few months ago of a care worker, a female care worker. I think she was Ghanaian, I can't remember. Young lady, possibly in her 20s, 30s, something like that. Married this old power, old 90 something. The parent picking themselves twice as old as this lady we can married. Yeah. Then problem happen with the picking and the woman. Because obviously, if that woman they make them papa happy, it's good. But the picking them not happy, maybe something like because of inheritance, we don't know. But friction come under say newspaper go begin publish all kinds of but the woman. So
Right.
really and truly in relationships, me you can date, we can married, but until we picking there, if not to the same picking that we born, might interfere. Sometimes friends, sometimes the godmammy themselves will be Tibo been mentioned see something that they will forgo seek advice. So you know, sometimes the mama and the papa self, or sometimes even the pastor or the imam self, we don't hear cases them way you dey go lay complain to pastor and not go keep the baby.
Right.
So you know,
So you know they try for make peace or try for solve.
well, sometimes it start off with that day, but you know, everybody gets tempted. Even the man
Right.
of God that's thinking call himself. So literally, as far as me concerned, we have to I'm not gonna say mind we own business, but yes, we therefore learn for left people and make them choose and do as them feel for. As long as it
Right.
not affects you
So
directly.
me go say if we're not able for influence for let the team better, let no influence for let well. I want for let you get the second video we can play, but while should they play that, I see the comments where I make a one for relates to that. I'll read the comments quick and please call on 447956528160 after the video. Then you can make a comment. So in relation to the killings and violence where they happen at homes, Maria come back and say economic or financial dependency is a cause for domestic violence during COVID-19. During quarantine, as more women were in informal jobs and got laid off, this led to the experiencing a greater impact as they become economically dependent on their male counterparts. So the thing about financial dependency or money business, don't come inside the whole thing as well. So imagine one partner don't get laid off, then sometimes the way they bring better money come. Then the man we can depend on now, not able for meet the obligation. They will already breathe down on our neck them inside the same house. You see the wala. All right, go ahead and play the video, please.
Yeah, today is 14 October 2020. Yeah, the day that my wife she tried to make a domestic violence on me, and she's been doing this for a long time, like a slave at home. So I called police. She too called police, but later police realized that she's lying. So. And the police asked me to pack all my stuff. Now I'm waiting for the cab to come. So with no destination at the moment. So I'm taking all this stuff to my working place first because I just finished work this morning. I haven't slept. She started again. And to avoid any problem, to avoid any criminal problem. So that's why. So police, just left now. So this is our house. So this is all my stuff. 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 And this is our house. This is our house, 21 Second Avenue. 21 Second Avenue, Dagenham. So, yeah. So, today is the 14th October 2020 that I left this place now because of her violence towards me for a long time, because of my status with her. She's always said she will implicate me, she will put me in prison, she will make me lose my license, blah blah, all the time, slapping, whatever, many abuse, you know, like a slave in the house. I can't bring any friends in, and I'm paying the mortgage money for her every month. So upon I clean all the house, everything, but this woman, I don't know whether she have a mental trouble. I don't know what I do for her, but I'm happy that the police take me out, because I'm trying this thing for a long time, you know, to be hurt from this house, but I can't do it by myself without the police. So I thank God that police came. So I'm free. I'm free. See me? See, I haven't slept. I finished work this morning, 7. I got my around 8:30. So until now I haven't slept. See. This is all my stuff. Even I see there are a lot of my stuff inside, but I left it because of the cab. You know, it would be too much, but I gave her the rest. So I don't know my destination for now. No, we have to sleep, nothing. I'm homeless for now, but I don't know what to do. I'm waiting for the cab. So this is my stuff. Thank God. So this is all my stuff. Yeah, this is a car. This is a car. I thank God that I'm free today. I have peace of mind in my life. This torture from this woman is too much. It's too much for me. I'm like a slave in the house. All my high blood pressure all the time. I thank God. Glory be to God. I'm hurt at the presence of the police. Thank you, Lord.
Well, we don't see that other video there. We don't say it don't make rounds. We get for just play and back for put things in perspective. Again, like we say, we not use just that video for, you know, determine what happened under na one side of the story we hear. But from waiting be narrated is like the same issues they would mention, yeah. You know, issue of finances, issues of domestic violence, issue of torture, you know, claims them na them na that video day. T-Boy, what would you have to say on that? And we will let Claire viewers comment on the video. And if you get called, please make the call in. We'll appreciate it.
And well, I just stated earlier on in me few openings them about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, say most times this not been like the norm, like 15, 20 years ago. But what thing we don't see now, a male person being physically abused by his partner, who is a woman, and basically they make a sacrifice. And the sacrifice where they make now, so is not based on anything other than making a financial sacrifice with all investments and walk away. But according to his explanation, he's been trying to walk away so many times, but he hasn't got the either the mind, the zeal, the guts, or whatever to walk away. Because he thinks, say, if I walk away, what's going to be the repercussion? Yeah. But like I mentioned earlier on, it has a lot to do with his status issue.
Right.
Taking into consideration, if I call the police, they will check my status, they will revoke me back to where I came from. Because I am not legally meant to be in this country. So the woman possibly free on that grounds for say, well, I can do anything I feel for do to you because I know for say you don't have the guts to call the police. But the sacrifice when the man take, with all the investments inside the house, he decides to say, well, now I will call police because my life is worth the property. My life is worth staying in this country. I'd rather go back home, but I am going to leave this house today. So imagine how much pride, how much mind, and how much integrity this man gets for even make a video about himself.
Right.
For express the kind of way how
that way beats me, way got me. Way now that sounding I left na me is from the first day while I listened to the video where the person say, "I am free today."
Yeah.
I am free.
So it means I am free from all my misery.
Right.
He might not have any physical cuts on his face or on his body that we haven't seen, but he looks like a very fit man, strong. We haven't seen the presence of the woman anyway, so we might not even tell whether the woman is bigger than him or whether the woman is stronger than him or whether the woman is capable to put such pressure on a physically fit man like that. But for like a man of that stature, say to the world that I am a free man today and willing to put out his video is like a message to men who are going through similar circumstances like him. I mean, you live in a house that you pay for, you can't even call your friends to come and visit, you don't have the freedom to move around. If you have to eat, then you don't need to eat it until a certain time of the day. You can't even open the fridge because you're not being allowed to. Imagine you as an adult. All I'm thinking, what happens at night when this woman have sexual arousement to possibly sleep with her husband? How does that happen?
Right.
What is the kind of relationship that they will have in bed?
Right.
Taking into consideration what we are seeing now, not something where we can even imagine for things say we can replicate or somebody go act in that nature for sure say, well, this is not so real.
So
it is very, very. Now think about this.
Yeah, in relationship to what you say for helping me go further, the comments come in again from Maria. Although he say go charge with consultation fee, but let's send with the bill. He say, I just want for back what you they say. Based on this comment, he say time to walk away. He say when your differences become irreconcilable, tolerance, zero acceptability, non-existence, communication, namumu, and when sex becomes a chore. So just for in line with what you they say just now, all them question where they ask. Imagine that then you go to the even, being intimate. After you don't batter the man or you don't batter the woman during the day, then Annette, how you able to communicate that with them and on this either on a married or on they in a committed relationship.
So these are really challenging issues because you can never tell exactly how that person feels until you are in their shoes, and nobody wishes to be in your shoes anyway because you don't want to go through the kind of experience in the whether be it good or bad. But all I'm saying is, in a situation like this, what do you do as a man, or what do you do as a woman?
Right.
Is it safe to walk away and leave everything that you worked for behind? Is it safe to walk away and fight for everything that you want to fight for, thinking you will get it? Because there are divorces, there are smooth ones, there are bitter ones, there are toxic ones. We go even lead you to your deaths.
Right.
Yeah. So when is it safe to walk away, and not just walking away, but what do you walk away from that you're leaving behind you? Sometimes it's all your investment. Sometimes it's your kids. Sometimes it's your family. Sometimes it's what you believe in this world that will make you who you are. Your integrity, your manhood, your womanhood.
Right.
That's all what you're walking away from.
Right.
So it's not just an easy task to just walk away. You're walking away with a lot and lots and lots of issues that nobody else can determine other than yourself.
Right.
That's why sometimes people struggle to walk away because they aren't even sure.
Right.
Will that be? Will it be better for me over there? Will it be better for me here? How do you weigh the two rationale?
I can say the fear of the unknown. So when we and somebody be the chats, now the conversation of the devil and the deep blue sea, stay or walk away. You don't know which you go meet. And but how long are you going to stay in this challenging relationship? I use the word challenging because I don't want for use other words that we possibly not appropriate, and obviously come and say, well, don't look at this as an exception. Indirectly say women do it all the time, sometimes having to live with small children, meaning that the woman then can walk away with them, picking them and all of that. So not to just man them no more, they walk away. And they say you have no choice you daily, but obviously so
yeah, but most times men don't walk away because of violence at home. Most times men walk away from different reasons. I don't know what they laugh about too, but I think we need for share them.
No. Now the comments them instead being just the piggy on say la make sure say I be fair where they read the comments, the la not be gender bias. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. And Tibo, you see what say Maria writes again. They say to listen to a man say I'm free today speaks volume. He must have endured an eternity of misery, psychological torture, emotional and financial misery. That's heart-wrenching. What a priceless liberation the man must have experienced. So, again, we can get out staying, say, free po, better pass tight gently. So, you that man we want just get for day for autography and then they abuse you there with it. Well,
you knew what I need today.
Yes. Well, now you choice so. So they say we put better pass tight gently. But let we go. Please make you call 447-956-528-160. Femi, please play the third video. We get a third video, and this is why they bring and come home now. We want to see, although the conversation not to make sense, but we see the argument inside the house. And go ahead, Femi.
So, what did they talk about?
You don't know. What make you at this time to marry? No, very well. No, very well now. You retire.
Married to that to ingrate like you?
Yeah, me not ingrate.
So useless.
Useless and ass.
Eh?
You know useless and ass.
You not ingrate. You know that, eh? You there? I meet you. Who say I meet you?
Okay.
Eh?
I will beg you.
You beg me, of course.
I will beg you.
You beg me.
What video me, mama?
You beg me.
Video you, mama.
You
then they hear voice. Then they hear voice. Then they hear
You beg me. You beg me. So what did they talk about? You beg for every little thing. You.
Mommy, daddy, you not even need for tell me when I tell where that money lost yonder. Now in working place.
How much you want me send?
Yeah, but he sent something. At the end of the day, he sent money.
He don't answer. I don't answer for single dime.
You
I don't answer for a single dime.
He tell me.
I don't answer for a single dime.
They talk to me about everything.
The money where he sent 2 million, me no answer. Now you have to talk.
Now you know.
Me not be ever answer for a single cent for this. You understand?
See why you don't say I say I know they contribute. Why go? Come on and be host. Today I don't want you here. I don't tell you. Come on and be host. Please. If you feel say Yahweh, then I tax and they can't tax you.
Exactly.
Tax me unruly. The suggestion. Why don't put that money there? You don't even know. Why can't talk to me gently? No can talk to me tell
how many months you don't there?
Okay, now say like simple set. Now say like simple set. But talk to me with respect.
Go.
I don't know the catch me say get out. Tell say you meet me on street.
Yes, get out.
Now street like you don't
I'm waiting for say I'm get out, please.
If you know how get out my house, do the what if you say for do. I go come on like place. Do what you say.
You know the sleepy tire.
Okay, you know what
you know the sleepy tire.
You know what you for do.
You go see me today. You know the sleepy tire. I don't tell you so. You know the sleepy tire, but the try for police now. You know the sleepy tire. So but the police now though.
Okay.
Because I don't want housemates for the shares. I'm not being asked for one. Now even people that are not married. You married? Look your lifestyle. You sorry.
You would have sorry. You wait so long.
Even though they didn't use so.
I don't blame you. I blame myself.
But I'm not guarantee. I don't need to be here talking at church small thing.
Yeah, I go church. Me not dey go church.
Anyway, now they go.
Well, la breathe first. Anyway, this is it. Most of it is what we've just talked about. T-Boy, go first. I'm sweating right now.
Yes, we this sweat. You have to can't even trouble for me.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Again, if I can,
hold it, we get a call.
Okay.
Caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to CRJ Media.
Hello?
Make your comment. Okay.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
This is just shocking. Having watched the video that you guys have just showed, this is really shocking. I mean, this is.
So if you listen to yourself now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just mute yourself small and then continue for talk. We hear you loud and clear.
Having watched the video that you guys have just showed, this is really shocking. I mean, this is.
Don't follow the Facebook program whilst you're talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, where is the respect and the love for one another? Where's the humanity here? I mean, this is watching videos like this. It just breaks my heart. You know.
Wow.
It's listen, I am speechless. Watching all these videos tonight, I mean, we just need to learn to love one another properly. If the love done, let everybody go in with full. When I've been calm, when I go inside us, that make all the time when they give advice na mosque or church say that man be kind inside also, you know, been count plastic bag, not tobacco they will pass.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Things like this, what examples are we setting for our children? If it's not working, it's not working. You walk away.
Right.
But, you know, for us to degrade and belittle ourselves like this, come on. We all need for advice. We say, nobody no gets a be pan relationship. Nobody no graduate pan relationship. Be a man, be a woman. But let we learn for respect we self, man. Let we learn for, if you not there again, love not there, okay. We all come on a different home, different background, different people. It don't necessarily mean so we get for days together, but embarrassing ourselves and someone ridiculously videoing this and sharing it, on worldwide domains like this, Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on. This is despicable. It's just wrong.
So do you think
where is our humanity?
Like this, it's best to walk away?
I mean, if you cannot solve it amicably or family cannot sort it out, then yes, walking away should be a last resort. Let it be a last resort. But then if you've explored all avenues and it's not working, you can sense the danger coming, walk away.
So, Kola, who do you think should walk away in this situation? Because the man is being kicked or the woman who owns the house? Who do you think should walk away in this situation?
Well, if the man had actually given all the support that he needed, he's supposed to have been given, and if it's becoming a problem for him, and you know this is going to be between life and death, please walk away, because your life, just like the old man, the last video we watched where the older man say he feel a lot better, feel a lot safer. You know, he find peace by walking away because police come in. He don't left the horse. He be there in ransom. I mean, I think it's the best thing. Walk away. If it's not working, you cannot sort your differences out. When everybody cool off, you know, for a moment, walk away. Go cool off before you get into more trouble. Because this part of the world we find ourselves, man, be America, Australia, man, some women take advantage. Some men do take advantage too, irrespective of, you know, of the situation. We need, being a man or woman, we need to learn to respect one another. We will meet up on peace. They will not scatter on bad. They will not scatter shameful one too.
Right.
You know, this is what we need. We all need to try for learn. Come on, man. It's painful. Whose example would it set for picking them?
I know. It's a tough one. Thank you so much, Kola. We appreciate you.
Thank
Thanks
you
for that call and comment.
Thank you.
Like I say, I don't know. Do we have another call, Femi? Okay, not yet. So we'll go back for go discuss the video. And again, right, Tiba, the jump you first, Femi, coming in and give me your own comment.
Femi want talk this. Where is it today? All right.
Go ahead, Femi.
Thanks, Juma. Yes, so about Epilili because you be look lost for words after that video day. And so was T-Boy. I don't really know waiting for Sebotuna, but you know, it was shocking. The last one, obviously, it's now we own countryman and countrywoman from Sierra Leone, and it's despicable at the behavior where we see. For me, the most shocking thing, not so the plaba we happen, now the family them we they around the two where they make plaba. The one look like a younger lady, she's smiling, she's going about her business like nothing is happening. The other one in the film and in scene for the even turn petrol pan the fire at times. I don't know if not Peking or if not big person, but really and truly it's despicable.
Oh yeah, you already mandate if I say make sure say you feed me mommy as well.
Yes, so now the woman in Peking at least, if not to the man in Peking, you know, and you know, to then talk about money we being lost now, so workplace assumes in a Sierra Leone, and the mama send money for help the man pan the case. And they brought it up, you know. Then Gita we say we you gay now forgive with an open heart, and no gay person or try for help person with something and keep an eye in mind and hold them against them later, because you know I should say other occasion then they will something that man they don't instead of help in with or in woman out in other things. But I'll not blame the woman all thing because we don't know what's happening at those. We don't know what's not been in man in own behavior. Yes, it look like say something the guy now which we call JC, sometimes just kinda this side of the wall. So he's living off the woman. But that not necessarily means say he's taking the piss. You know, because we all know we kind of the side of the wall. The first few years, really and truly, it's not easy. You get for, you know, work no day, you know. So it's not. I don't know. I was lost for words. But the way we really more na the Ghanaian part. Because not to young man. I know say T-Boy say the man young, he healthy. He does not look that young. You know, you don't pull grey mustache. You know, for pull grey hair at the top of your lip, you know, easier. But cool years don't pass so. You know, for make an African man, a proud African man, which most of us are, for come out and do a video like a dandy, tell the one who will say, in woman they beat him, in woman they maltreat him, in woman don't kick and a do, in not get side for go, blah blah blah. Must have taken some serious courage, or as T-Boy say, something don't reach in Waterloo.
Right.
You know, able be again. So for me, that was possibly the worst of all the video there we don't show today for me. Then
Okay.
they I emphasized with the man, you know, and he shared it. So we can't blame Sina the possibly do a wrong or now that people in take and share am now instead film so assume Sina instead share am to the world. So it must have taken some courage to do that. You know, I hope say no more. Then people are so, you know, we possibly, you know, if God will come in and intervene and make them solve them problem, them some of them situations will see so it look like say are beyond resolution. So sometimes you good to make the all to go their way and go find, you know, different other partner their way go make them happy, because I believe say in their homes and they will see so it like how we forgive today. Sometimes tomorrow, next tomorrow, the same problem go arise back.
Especially where things then possibly where one party don't do for the other, they call names and say, I've done this for you, this, that, you know, in time of need. And we know say relationship, we know those kind of relationship then get, but usually they can say for better and for worse. And it's a tough one. And somebody, Nima content today say there are lots of men that suffers domestic violence or abuse. They don't speak up. Wow, this man looks so relieved. Men suffer, but they are sadly even less likely to talk about it. I'm a feminist, but guys, please, there is a help available for men too. Call it, if you're in the UK, call the 08088 010327 if you're in the UK. I don't make sure so I don't pin down there to let it continue. T-Boy, comment on that. Then we call as well, instead of being calm, you know, say, where's the love, where's the respect? And that's been re-echoed now the chat line as well. A lot of people don't come highlight them. And one person say, it's a private video gone viral. It's imperative for journalists to tread cautiously when disseminating such. We're not disseminating, we're using it for make sure say similar things not happen, because like you say, we don't know the origin of the video, but it's gone viral. You just said don't say don't go viral, so not to we post them out. We don't know the parties involved, but we want to make sure we use it as a case study for make sure say similar thing not happen our community them, or if they happen for minimize. And go ahead, T-Boy.
I hear the call of the first hearing make that statement, but just like you say, we are not posting it here for the first time. When something don't go viral, it means it don't spread right across the borders of your community, where even the least speaking self get up. But for make reference to the video, there are times when we don't know what situation people actually find themselves. And when you reach now the position like this, you get few things to think about. Yeah. One, we talk about respect, value, and love. But the only disadvantage and advantage on this, I will talk about the advantage first. The advantage now the fact say there is no violent situation where escalates to anything we will not see. That's one. And two, the man accepts the fact say he is being bashed and not reacts in a way that man can normally react violently. But 9 out of 10 times, these are situations that will be resolved. And the reason make that reference and the fact say, over the years, long over the years, I have been part of so many issues then when they say, T-Boy, Camo, the girl don't kick me out, and blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so now you know the AA where they can call for go rescue the
exactly. Me can always say, if the girl don't kick you out, you don't drive, you don't put it in a door, and they can't help you pack them, and you go cool off, and we sort the matter out. Because there is nothing you can do, not for the escalate that situation there, than just say, oh, me, I know that I know mix. So it might look or seems like you are the bad person helping this man out of his house, but you're actually saving the situation of going worse by accepting to voluntarily help him out. Because how are they help them out voluntarily out of the house? That's how I'll help them back in the house again with the same luggage them and stuff they will get. Because I was fortunate to live alone, and I always have a spare room, not for the reason of accommodating men who kicked out of their houses.
When I get called, I just think it's bad and say,
no. Femi, I can't talk that now. I don't see one million can near the microphone. No, can't talk that now, big, please.
Let me interject, please. Interject.
I want to cool.
Go ahead, talk.
What you are talking?
Me Tibo don't come on fire. No, but all jokes aside, Tibo is a community champion, man. Tibo is a community champion. The I guess say a lot of people don't get stories then for Tibo, but for the one that we know him or the one that we don't know him is Tibo don't accommodate Boku man. Boku man,
So now the shelter that.
Yes, so Tibo, he gets a man's shelter for I'm not gonna say battered men, but men with problems. I can go to Tibo, I can say, hey, what's happening now that this?
You don't get new tenants.
You don't get new tenants. You don't get new tenants. But it's all good. As I say, he's a community guy. He's a good friend. He's very accommodating, and I guess they listen well.
Yeah.
But
no, that side T-boy they listen. The only thing is he can be very brutal.
Yes, he advised them.
If you can't go your case to T-boy thinking say now I'm gonna help you, you'll be roasted before you think. So, but sadly, it can easy for let you get bad name as well, because they talk not to the one way diplomatic way go say, okay, la can't quick, you don't call me, la make this call and try for put out the fire. Instead they wait for let the other party call and explain. So sometimes they can say na in the enabler, in their situations and they. So but we only get them bad name then. When I lived in the UK, the apartment where I've been there, we say the domots not the lock. Because we get people away sometimes. Like when T-boy is saying about those days, at least you laugh about it, then they kind of pull. Then I get a way around it for manipulate people, for let things cancel. Me I get one my friend where they actually the last year with them beat and a broom, then they beat her with that broom.
Well, broom me now sometimes in the beat now with Ibaka. Ibaka we ask for this one.
No, the last beat where them beat them. The last beat, the broom, the back part and the broom, that broom. So actually, he don't they suffer this abuse, and I felt bad because now we hook up that relationship there.
Right.
And for me, no go left and I marry those, we'll hook up the relationship, not to the actual marry the relationship. For more go left and they, we not go there till and get actually they married, everything, legally and all that thing. And they after that married, you not go to the house again, left them, we think everything okay. The last call, say, man, I'm sorry, I can't take this anymore. I say, but Paddy myself left this kind of thing here, so they say, no, he say, I can't take it. But me and be very close. We a gang, a group of people. But he came out and broke down to me, say, me man, he said, no shame for tell you. The last beat with them beats me. This is why we make another go under again. He said, I broom then take beats me.
No, but me, I can always say.
Years later now, we laugh about time and everything. That's why I have to say it. I know we'll call the person name, but I feel comfortable for saying because we don't laugh about time public and so many.
No, but me, most of the situation the way I faced with, like when you go get the bad name, say, okay, now you help the people in my house, now you go rescue them. Sometimes I can take the blame to the woman them, but I always like I said, Juma, there will come a time when you will call me.
Yeah.
And when you call me, I don't express any anger, whether you feel negative about me or whether you feel to say, sometimes I rescue you, man, I'm not supposed to don't give space for the. Because like you always say, now where you get side for go.
Yes.
But it's good to have somewhere to go than you actually they run around the streets of London crazy.
That man get for result for going in workplace. So imagine the relation first. If they go in workplace, everybody they go know in affairs.
If I can tell you a typical scenario, I used to have a friend where it take me over 3 years for make I realize say he was living a life in his car.
Wow.
No joke. This is very serious. It takes me 3 years. Imagine how personal I can be for ask you a million questions. But this guy comes to the house, we chill, we stay, and then he sleeps over. Every other day he goes to work. And then he will come back the next day, the same thing. It happens for over a month or two after the 3 years. Now the time something gonna be say, okay, T-boy, ask this guy back. Why make any theory come on work in the kind of host tuna? And not to say in the kind of host to be immediately after work, like if you work off done by then 5, he comes to the house like 7, 8. Where you gonna for say you don't go to host, you don't go change, he come. But now until he begin shower and host, now begin realize, okay, why are you having a bath here? But excuse now, oh, what can you come now? I can tell. So I can wash now and say, they why they going to now? I can just go now start shit. Okay. One day I have to track him. When I say track, I really physically have to track him to find out where he is going.
So you stop and say, go outside again.
And I even stuck him for even 5 minutes. I realized he was actually living a life in his car boot. He gets in suitcase day, he gets in paste and brush day, he gets everything, the towel, shower gel, everything. That is sad. Because you know what make you live a life there? Enable for cameras to be and tell we say there is issue in his household. And he's been kicked out of the house. This is a macho man. Wait until all the hangout to begin make like for say go buy this and that. He was not even make like, and he works, he has a very good job. Yeah, but not supposed to really expect such kind way anyway. So when I look at the situation, this particular man where we watching video solars, like the color will get make reference to love, concern, where is the care, where is the pride, una been get good days than before. This man, it looked like a JC. So I will guarantee to say, I don't know much, but I will guarantee to say, now somebody will just come to Africa, we possibly go live in America, where them feel to say, it don't come make the situation. Sometimes it don't begin work, and then enable for make contribution yet, or you know the work, it dependently they live on the woman, and then sometimes the woman in family they say, you don't bring a come, you don't know my no one work. But if you realize there was another man in the living room, but he wasn't saying nothing. He was just sitting down, either playing with his phone or doing something, but we don't know who that man was. I am not saying the issue have any reference to do with that man, but like Femi clearly said, there were people in the house that could have de-escalate the situation and talk them out.
Right. But instead,
one thing we don't know is somebody recorded the video and it wasn't the guy who actually posted the video out on social media.
We don't know.
Yeah. So these are some of the questions we need to ask. I will not say don't record the video. The video is vitally very important. Just like similar incident that we saw a couple of months ago in America about the pastor. So basically, to record the video is evidential material for anything will go happen after that. But you cannot release a video like that. Like if somebody say, that's a personal video recording your partner, and the good and bad thing will come out about that video. There was another post I saw 2 days ago, a nice young looking woman attached to that particular image with a telephone number to say, this woman, he wants that man with a non-revenue host.
So if anybody's in contact like and this number.
No, the contact did it already where they still the man call.
Right. No, I mean, so that if anybody gets this, like pass on to the man.
And then put and strictly say not to mess around though. So anybody not just call for mess around. So there are times when people sit there and look at the privilege where some of the man and woman engagement take into consideration. You man, alakitete, you woman, bad of tete, there is an amount of value within that particular person where you able for being like that.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, isn't it? So
yeah, true. But again, the thing where you've been valued before, where you be the case for say, I so dearly love, it now becomes the most bitter element in your mouth. How do you try to change the taste of something when not sweet anymore? What should you do? You add more sugar, right?
Yes.
You want to tell me say we add more sugar and salt in order to overcome the salt?
Yes, they overcome.
So basically, you don't have to do it straight away. But if you realize the situation where you day in, it now warrants you for making you add more sugar to the salt, then stop drinking the coffee or stop drinking that tea. Or you cease.
So what you say, I'll count to Femi just now. Then after that, we'll play the last video. For me, on that video that we just saw, I do not have a problem with the argument, the teeth and tongue, the, you know, na oste. I don't get problem with even the video. However, I will say if you don't begin to reach a point wherein trust nowadays somebody get for recording comping for prove a point to the outside world or the third parties, that's a red flag for sure. Say something is not working. Okay, that's one. Secondly, the reason why Matilda been say earlier, and Maria herself highlights that where the shouting match don't begin, disrespect, name calling, because now that they see the counter name calling, started the cursing company, started the cursing company. Waiting at the point, people go say, oh, an argument at it and tongue. But you do not know waiting go lead next. And like the people who see on the video, you get one person who feels saying already disadvantaged, more enraged, because he want for prove a point and act some kind way where will be detrimental to everybody. So that's the dangerous part we may want for let them look at. But over to you, Femi. Then after that, play us the video. The last video, let we show why we not for allow let things them reach to this point. Because when we reach to this point, the ticking time bomb, the landmines can fall anywhere. Over to you.
Okay, hi Juma. Yes, so a few years back, I've been going paddy. Well, I still get the paddy, but a few years back, in WEF, we've been keep company one day. Me, WEF, and a few others. I don't remember which same they talk about, but I remember one statement with the woman make. He said, Femi, try rent that you spare room we get na you house. I say why? He said because I make you party they make foolish so because he no say you go put some who are kicking ass now do. So I remember that statement.
But I tell you try rent you this
spare room. He said because I made the man they make foolish.
So they make foolish in the one country.
Yes, he knows time for one go, but if you not get that option, they're gonna behave safe. You know, and we laughed about it, you know, and you know, we found it fun. But you know, again, going back to Tibo in home, we open to many people, even myself. I mean, back in the days, they called me Osobibo because that's not been there for it. Because literally, the young man named Sobokuna the anybody get any kind of problem, beat paper or beat study, you know, get money for pay school fee and rent also. You can't sleep na Femi in couch or Femi in pala, you know. So we've always been like that, and I have lots and lots of friends that I've made over the years where I don't help for support until this day. A lot of them are like brothers, not even you know, friends. So it's important to have people like that. I'm not saying I'm a saint, but it's important to have friends like that. But sometimes they then party then they like a Tibo and Femi then for the rent then spare room there, so that them man they no get avenue for place
you know, better
for one go.
Come to you where you go help and go big.
Yes,
than
it is true.
It gets stranded now. The OC no get option. Then you get this something dangerous after that. You say, "Paddy, my if you don't connect to me."
Yes, you're very right. But then you know, as I say, let know. You know, let's look at the other side of the fence.
Like you don't be an enabler.
Exactly. So sometimes the guy did actually take the piss because he knows say he gets on side where he can go catch. And not to just, you know, Femi Tibon or another friend. Sometimes he gets sweetheart safe na street where he go catch so. But all these things are temporary, you know. So my man then they left their home for go tap to sweetheart, and that sweetheart day sometimes they bear you where they come 2 hours every week. When you come for cancer time, not totally different.
So for what kind for cancer,
not two different things, you understand? So so sometimes it's easy to walk away, or it's too easy to walk away. And some of them relationships who they walk away from and will they walk into the other relationship, so until we walk out of the frying pan into the fire.
So just like Maria Mabinti been say earlier, your walk away possibly should be your last resort.
Very last resort. But but not for all man, because everybody different, everybody's situation different. Sometimes they we don't read the story, that we don't see stuff on TV where the signs are there to be seen. The woman can one day he get black eye, he can the other day he get bruised hand. The way they ask and I walk on party, they ask I say I walked into a door, I tripped and I fell. All them signs and day, but it's still be other thing count on. So everybody's situation different, and nothing say we get the skills and experience for advise anybody on exactly what they for do. But I think say we for
thank you so much, Femi.
Ask all man for take them same no more.
Right. Thank you so much. We for be more accommodating and be tolerant and respect each other. We can't play the next video, but I just want to warn you before the video go up that it's more like an audio and a little bit graphic when you listen to it. And because I would confess, I listened to it halfway, so I don't know how it end, because when it reach one point, I hear certain things, I turned it off. But today I'm gonna brave it and listen through, because I'll have to comment on it. But why make we show this one as the climax video for tonight is to possibly I don't say an old one actually. Now for sure I say from where you don't begin to go away the things then I do then big, Femi and T-Boy then go big, then take you back inside, then you come back, that argument happen between the money business, then you not be wise enough for do like that older man say, okay, today I am free. Waiting can be the result. Over to you, Femi.
It's like this is the next car that came to seal the house or something. Yeah, because this is a crime zone and a crime scene, so nobody's allowed to go in or out. Well, God knows why. That's all I can say. It hurts.
I'm sorry. You said who's been shot? Hello, sir. Are you
My
still
friend,
there?
I said I shot this demon in the face. Yes, me. Subuike Ohuabuna. You can come and take me. She's lying down here. She's always lying.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. I know you're very upset, but can you please tell me if there's anybody else hurt? Hello, sir? Sir, are you there?
I'm finished. Shabaka, you have finished me, Igwara.
Hello, sir. Is somebody else hurt? Or you hurt yourself? Hello?
No,
sir?
no.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Now, can you please give me the address to that location? Can you please confirm the address? Sir?
I have nothing to say to you. Chukuna, Zubike. So this is how it ends for you. What, Jojo?
Okay, sir. Emergency personnel are on their way as we speak. I need you to put down the gun so we can talk.
What? No, I can't do that. I need it. I can't do that.
I understand that, sir. But for right now and for the safety of the...
I will shoot myself before your people near me. Eh? You think I'm playing? Eh?
Sir, I know. I don't want you to do that.
Telling me that my mother cannot come and live with me. He cannot come and live with us in Dallas. Eh? Who the hell are you? Eh? You're enough, so you are gonna be. Eh?
Sir, are you? Are you there? Are you there?
So you can build house in your father's village. You can build house in your father's village.
Okay,
But I
okay,
cannot send
sir,
the cane and
okay.
money. Me. As you be
Sir,
there,
okay,
I should come and answer asking you for permission to spend my money.
Okay.
I'm also Kibu. I'm also Kibu. Marine spirit Kibu. Marine spirit
Sir,
Kibu. That's what you
Sir,
are.
please.
You're a bitch. You are a bitch. You kicked me out of my own house. Turn my
Sir,
children against me.
please calm down,
Turn
sir.
my children
Please
against
calm
me.
down.
You want to be the
Sir,
man of the
please
house, Abi? Impossible. Oh my God, request you. Oh my God, request you.
Hello? 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 Sir, are you there? Can you please speak to me? Sir, are there any children in the house? Sir, I would really, really like for you to...
Look at me. Look at me. Look at my face. Look at my face. It is me that shot you. So you think you can mess me up and go for free? It is me that shot you.
Okay, sir, can you please put the gun
look
down?
at me.
Can you please put the gun down, sir? Please. Okay, I have emergency services en route to your destination. All I need for you to do is put the gun down on the floor. Can you please do that for me?
You Americans, you
I
think
would
you can
really...
just... you think you can ruin my life? My destiny? Spoil my name? But if you kill me spiritually, I will kill you physically.
I understand you're very upset right now, sir, but I need you to please calm
what
down.
are you talking about? Are you an imbecile? Me upset?
No.
Did I say she broke my phone? I said this of Banje finished my life. And she took everything from me. All my hard work, for what? For what? Because she's a nurse, Because she's a nurse.
I understand your frustration, sir. I understand. But if you don't want to put the gun down, can you please go to another room?
I made
so
her
we
who
can...
she is. Ask anybody. Ask anybody. I made you who you are. She was in the village begging me to marry. All her family members. Oh, begging me. It was me. You was nobody. You were nobody. You become a nurse and then you start crying. Start carrying shoulder. Start carrying shoulder, acting like madam. So that you will not give me your check anymore. Tell me I should leave. Tell me I should leave the house.
Sir, are you?
Tell me that I should leave the house now. No, tell me to pack my load from the house that I bought.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you please speak to me?
You know how
Can
to
you
call
please
police
focus
all
on...
the time. Wake up and call it now. Wake up and call it now.
Hello, sir. Pick up the phone. Hello? Hello? Sir.
There's one in the corner. Put your hands behind your back.
Well, there it is. And it comes back to what we've been saying. In a challenging relationship, when is the best time to walk away? And we asked this question. We decided to bring this topic again for the second time because It's been happening, and it's coming closer to home. We all have our individual challenges, but when you see things like this, it could be anyone. It could be a man, it could be a woman in the relationship. It could be young, it could be old. So, like one person been say, there is no mathematics or experience in a relationship. Most of the people that we don't see, these are not people in their teenage years or early 20s. Most of them are older people, and they may have, they don't get their own fair share of life experience. But then look at how he ended. Like this one, possibly start with arguments. It starts with indifferences about money, about... Anyway, T-Boy.
Yes, Juma. See, there are times in life when you don't really respond much to such video like this because it's totally explanatory, and it's down to you as the viewer for making your own decision of how you judge an incident like this. Every party has the right to their opinion in a situation like this. And my honest truth, I really cannot really respond in terms of making any kind of critical analysis when you get to this stage. What I will say is, you've seen the video, you've had the discussion, the man was the only one talking to the police officers on the 911 call.
And the dead body. The
dead body. So basically, don't put yourself in that scenario. Imagine that scenario in front of you. Now put yourself in the position of the police officer who was on the other line talking to this man. Going through the emotions of what the man is actually expressing on the phone, that some of which she doesn't even understand.
Yeah.
And also put the man, don't put yourself in a man's position, but just think like you are in a corner watching the incident unfold. You have a dead body lying down and a man with a gun in his hand talking to a dead body to respond. And that dead body is not responding for the fact that their body has been shot at. And now just think what sort of emotions that particular man is going to be in. Now what that man puts in front of him is everything. Pride, respect, injustice, not favorable, taken advantage of, a lot. And he chooses to make one sacrifice. One, not two, one sacrifice, which will be the last of all sacrifices that a human being can make on earth. I mentioned earlier on voluntary suicide. And the reason why I did mention voluntary suicide is not because this video was coming to play, because I wasn't making reference to this video when I was saying all those stuff. We were making a scenario based on driving. Now you actually have the car steering in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know the pace at which you're going, you will not survive, but you still push. So basically, it is not a situation that you can actually reflect on in terms of being optimistic about what has happened and make a judgment. It will not be fair on the dead.
Right.
It will not be fair on the living that end up to be the dead as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a judgment that is not going to be favorable to any one of these two people because we don't know what their stories are. We only heard one side of the story.
Correct.
The other person is not there to justify what the man was saying, be it true or not.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hold nobody responsible. But now just think about the trauma these two people have left behind them.
Yeah, family.
You realize now they have kids.
Yeah.
they've got families. Just think about the trauma these kids are going to go through, thinking, my dad did this to my mom. Why?
And then they don't know for the day for answer them question and they to them picking the day.
True. So are you going to put this at the back of your mind? Imagine we don't know what ages they are. We don't know whether they are adults or grown-ups. But I think this is a relationship that must have started all the way back in Nigeria. And they ended up in America. Again, we talk about the earning powers of partners in a household. Possibly the man was the breadwinner, and possibly situation must have changed.
Right.
The woman end up being the breadwinner, have a lucrative job that is bringing in enough money in the household. Sometimes that's changed the dynamics. It can happen both ways. But the reality of what we see every day is more or less. I've been in situations wherein women will say to you, the day I am in the position to earn for myself, I will teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what that means? When somebody says to you, the day where I did snap like a man, and that day was Abu Dhabi. Or some woman will say to you, the day where you see me it was, and that day you know sky woman I be. Sometimes we don't look beyond these words. We just take them as face value. But when a man or a woman said that to you, be it your friend, your family member, your partner, or whoever that person is, if you're not in the position to ask questions, think about it. Evaluate the situation that you are in currently. And then prejudge in your own words, in your own mindset, what will happen if this person is comfortable enough. Look at the situation whether this person is actually dependent on you for certain reasons, or for certain issues, or for certain things in life. And for him to say such words to you, you have to be mindful. When somebody says to you, I am going to get drunk, or I go smoke jamba for candy with you, they are not mad.
Right.
They are not crazy.
Yeah, the reason why you say that, but because quick before waiting they happen, when things like this happen, we easy for related to mental health issues.
Thank you.
This one we read the communication line. He do what he do, and like we say, voluntary suicide. Say today is going to be the end. Whether it's going to be a Romeo and Juliet story or to they die now out of love or out of pride, out of anything, but today is going to be the end. Imagine what can say, like how life sweet so, when somebody decide for kill another person, then he kill himself. Me and you, they suffer, we struggle for listening to this 911. How much more for take a gun, trigger, you put ammunition inside it and shoot somebody for say now you're responsible for ending life, then you kill yourself. What would have happened along the line, along the weeks, months, years and years for let una reach that level? So when we ask we questions, say in a challenging relationship, when is the best time to walk away? Because we no want for let it reach to this extreme. We are not even able to for save on ourselves. And walking away does not mean you're a bad person or the other person say bad. It not mean say una still not love on ourselves or una not go ever reconcile on our differences. It not mean say una lesser people now in a community or in a society. But when videos like the previous one where we see where people they come enrage, put petrol in a fire like how Femi highlights them, this can be the result. Or sometimes worse can be we don't see people we walk into places, then kill every other family member or friend before they kill themselves. We've seen that. Before we feel say it just they happen within, the white collar, with man them and a foreign concept. But it's coming too close to home. and it's a concern for us. Femi, I see still only mouth.
Yeah, it's I don't know, the show today. I don't think we should end it on such a sad note though. But it's
how can you make it not?
I don't know.
Well, actually, in a note of reflection rather than sad.
So yeah, it's a sad story. It's a sad story, and it's not, sorry to say, it's not going to be the last.
Right.
I think in America it's a little
bit
worse. Sorry, in America it terrible past other side in the world, because yonder people can get access to gun easier than than we were there, so it's something salon safe. Again, I'll look at another incident. Oscar Pistorius, the Blade Runner. I don't know if you remember him.
South African guy,
famous guy, gold medalist, Olympian. Ian with Mick Plabber. She ends up running to the bathroom and he shoots her, according to the evidence within Showy, and he kill him. I don't know what that woman say to him or what that woman do, but I bet you anything 5 minutes after he pulled that trigger day, he regretted what he did. This is a man who been get all thing where God say he forgets, passing to foot them. But God give him doctor the way don't give him blade the way they will team up like a man, run like a man. I don't know what's in the girl and so then I can't understand waiting go don't make that man throw away in life, in fame, in money, in everything, even the woman we love, because of something that woman go don't do or say. And as I say,
and you know, say being lazy or they provide.
Thank you. So you see that make I say earlier, all man gets in story.
Yeah.
In this one we'll see so or we'll hear it so because we didn't really see anything. It looked like say the guy is very disappointed, even when the woman did tell and say, I know see you vex. The woman at the phone, the time say I know see you vex. The tell the woman say, I no vex. Which you tell me about I vex? I vex now way the woman pull me phone. The woman don't destroy me life. The guy was literally I think say even though that's it. He had, I'm not gonna say he had enough, but and he sound like say he's a spiritual man. He sound like say he's a religious man. In the religion them we know say the ultimate sin now for take somebody in life.
Right.
God will always forgive if you ask, but some sin them pass others sin them. Where you see that man ready for go down that line day, take person in life, betray everything we himself know deep down himself say is wrong. Something really, really, really wrong happened in that relationship. Right. The signals are sure say sometimes some of the picking them, sometimes some of the family friends, and sometimes them we don't see some of them here. So and maybe they didn't intervene. Maybe somebody should have intervened a lot sooner. But they all two good now. God go to judge they all two now. Uswa right, Uswa wrong. I don't think say anybody right hander. I believe say the man totally wrong, but I believe say for make he reach that position the woman would not offend them in some way or another. We nothing to say about that. It's been I said it's been an interesting show.
Right.
I've been feel to say where the cry on, but something not to been too.
I see. But before I go to T-Boy, Larry, the last
okay, before you do that question, I can just make one statement because I don't think how they come back again.
No, I want for you to come back. Hold on before you make that statement. I beg you might throw light on this one because we round up now. Timbuktu Atakama earlier say it's tragic. Let me see what he say. It's tragic using relationship as business. No amount of sponsorship should let you resign to murder your partner. Then Abdul King say, and by the way, T-Boy, Abdul King will be the explain about the transition home. Abdul King say you make it laugh. earlier.
And also be more like officer give one of the people away victimized by that situation.
Yeah, he just relayed the message.
I just tell you know what's an so I just want to make you feel safe and also be you. Maybe not saying one of the people that will be the rescue.
Okay. So Abdul King says it's very sad to see. If you can't take it anymore, walk away. Then I will jump Maria and comment. Maria actually asked a question. Then Adania Boanfole, you talk about Femi and T-Boy before we round up. So Saidu Kotesi say, when you make reference to T-Boy for say somebody they go Totin Talabi, it tot in smoke, then it come, he started to go smoke for you. Saidu Kotesi say, I don't know for any other substance, but when a real man walks out to have a spliff, he returns cool and calm. He will even regret his action. So he say, what did the guy for emphasize now also say, when you go smoke, not saying they can make you act bad. Now because you already be one for act bad. But when real man smoke, me no and they smoke, so I don't know that experience. So
we don't smoke, bro. If I can say this, so come on and put me in there, you know, begin.
No, they go sit down. They go sit down all the posts. But the people every day at the posts, and they beat me because then they beat me for canal. So now the Bob Marley music will be they go listen to, So you are bound. Yeah. But you're not gonna mind do anything crazy there because they will beat you and bring you Kana Ios as well. So let's end with this question from Maria Mabinti. Thank you so much today for your active participation and comments, as well as Matilda. You guys have been great, and everybody else will participate. So the question they lead with to rounding up. Maria asked, is the walk away for permanent or to have a sober reflection before you finally call off the relationship? So, Femi, you been the talk, I caught you. Make your last statement and comment on that. Then I ask T-Boy, then we will round up.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk aloud smaller because this one, everybody engaged.
Okay, I mean, really truly. So, I think say in two ways. Yes, we shouldn't walk away instantly for good. I think say you need to get time for reflect. So I would say, walk away, think about it, give your partner yourself small space and time for make to think, because sometimes time can resolve certain things then. As I say, you can't argue and drink at the same time. So if you feel to say tension don't begin, able cope again, take a glass of water. I think so we can go there, marry them, the godmammy then, the mammy then can give the pikin them water for cool their hearts.
They go drink water.
Yes, because as I say, if you've got water in your mouth, if you got something in your mouth, you can't really shout and make a lot of noise. So something in the take water, take a walk, go away, come back another day. I not say go 1 week, no can also, because that might cause more situation. But go away, give yourself space, think about it, and come back. Try and discuss things amicably. If things are in a situation where you believe, say, you don't do as much as you can, then I totally agree. You should walk away because. Nowadays it looks like we read too much of the fatalities them where they come from the NTR. So as somebody posts earlier on saying at the UK we get 2 people in the die now every day, you say?
Every week,
so
that's too much.
That's too many for make Kuri fall to this. But yes, so I don't know if that answer your question.
Well, that's your opinion based on it, and that's going to be very helpful for a lot of viewers them as well. And we say be within at the panel here so today. Okay. So, what was your last statement that you wanted?
My last statement is for a long time I played the parties and digital clubs. Then can accuse we the DJ and say, then DJ they like, come on, older than gets the girl them. So yes, I want to talk about dandy now. So really and truly, and I can say, the DJ then they jog man the woman then this and that. Some of them are too. Yeah, where they smoke there's fire. But really and truly, the dumb man them. Now then
So,
get the baby them.
wait. Before you go here, I want to clarify something based on Matilda earlier comment. So you agree say some DJ then they jog woman.
No. Some DJ then they get woman in a club. It's simple.
Okay. Then DJ then they pan that autograph in business.
Of course, one man they pan you self when you autograph.
I don't know.
No, seriously, they accuse the DJs and say, then they get the baby there with the kind of club or the kind party. And if not people the woman them, but if you're somebody's wife or you're somebody's woman, really, no matter what kind of advance I make by you, if you know say you're not somebody woman, you're not gonna encourage that in this. So me, I don't believe pan jog woman business. If there's a problem in the relationship, then you will stray. If there's no problem in the relationship, you won't stray. But saying that, we all know to angel. So the devil they tempt we all. But as I said, the bouncer them. Yeah, the bouncer them and then first they see the baby.
Yeah.
Yes, because you didn't at the back of the club they play. So you know really that you last they see the baby safe. Yeah. The bouncer don't see the baby one can club next week and pay. So guess who that first in number? Inside the number first the course and the bouncer, the number they exchange under. But then going back to our conversation today, it's same thing. So a lot of, especially this side of the world, a lot of the younger ones we younger woman them. Sometimes I'm gonna get killed by the ladies, the feminists in the group. But a lot of the younger girls get themselves into a lot of trouble because then they look for I'm not gonna say money, but then they look for avenues we gonna make their life simpler. So they will date the bouncers because the bouncer go give them access for Canada club each and every time they want come. Then go date the DJ because the DJ go play for them all kind party them and show them the fast life because then things say the DJs
shout out with
exactly so then feel special so I actually say men then they do the same. Yeah, men do the same. We like luxury. We not like usai tintranga. So if that woman they accommodate we in each way where we want, we will relax and head there. So I think say in relationships we all get for look at what we want. Sometimes club not to the best place for pick man, or sometimes club not to the best place for pick woman. Over the years we don't see beaucoup fêtes. Me, I don't need party inside club. One me party, me and T-Boy minutes but one me party the other day. I the woman we been keep. The last time I see the girl, now we are parts them na club, na parties na Old Kent Road. So I was DJing, club almost done. I just saw bottles flying this and that day. So I stopped playing music. I actually went there because everybody just moved back. I went there, I pulled him away. She tore his clothes all thing. Now the sleeve now shorts no more be left.
Oh Lord.
I tell you, it was so bad. Police came, blah blah blah. We talked it. Everybody got in separate ways. I didn't see the woman for like maybe a couple of years, maybe 3 years. Till T-Boy called me one day, say Femi, I get this christening for go do, but I don't get myself double booked. I need you for go film this christening. So me turn up na this church now for go film this christening now. Who that see? Now the baby they married or the christening picking for other man. Yeah, so I be the other man. I said, I said, hey Femi. He said, no, you don't tell see you. He said, say last I see you. Now so yes, I remember now that day yes, that day but no go talk that day.
Not you talk.
No go talk that day because in Monday and on a church we there. But really and truly, so over the years, we laugh and joke about stuff like that. But that day it could have turned nasty because as I say, full bottles were flying across the room. She was very upset. I don't know what it was, me party doam, but she was very upset to the point that one of them could have really lost their temper or lost their lives on that day or caused severe injury. So really and truly on that note I want to say let call with temper there is always tomorrow. Where you and your wife make palava the best time for talk and a bid. Well, I don't forget about that. And the day you catch him back, he says, baby, remember you've been doing this the other day. I not been kind of like so not talk away on a vex, talk away think happy because that's I go laugh and I go discuss them a little bit further. That's all I gotta say.
Tem will come discuss that, how for solve the problem. There was better ways. And two don't ask when na best for walk away. We don't hear about thing. They will get for ask. But then they go bring now woman they no more go bring. We go just sit down no more. They catch the conversation. And then we can tell we how for solve the problem there, so you know go walk away or you know go escalate. T-boy, over to you.
Juma, not make you summary longo because you don't talk to them about boku.
And I'll make it
not make you summary long because you have to spend 15 minutes again for that summarize.
I'll make it happen. I promise you 2 minutes.
2 minutes, but say 1 minute.
But you have to explain, but in autograph is in what they do.
Exactly. I want to ask one question. Uda and Matilda. Because Matilda, it looks sabi we more than how we sabi her. But after the program, my priority is to Google you and check your Facebook page and know who that you actually be.
No, Matilda and a feminist. Instead of getting your own talk show way they do now. But
I like feminists there because I can like forget serious banter with them because
you know,
sometimes na manist.
Matilda can school. We know one of the person that can school. We say why we know they get woman then now with
me self na manist and until Matilda kind of platform I go ever give
you know waiting.
I see a feminist.
Yeah,
but no, I listen to him comment them. She's been very, very, very active, and most of the comment that we don't make today in the program are very serious comments, and also it don't highlight a lot of issues that we actually say we for take seriously. But also, maybe coming from a feminist perspective, some people might misunderstand or not able to understand exactly what they say. But I know. Because I've been on both sides of the trend, so I know exactly how feminism behave, and I know how. Thank you. I've been in their circle.
Explain and final. Then officer.
Juma. Why you not go blow with me, man? Make I say make you somebody just be for 1 minute.
T-boy, you know, I try for save you right now. You
don't save me. When it comes to them, just leave me and them.
All right, okay.
I can deal with that situation on my own. No support. I will take Matilda on one-on-one.
They don't tell you say you know we will take him on Mr. Manist. You don't tell you already.
Well, I don't take him on. I invite him for the next the third rounds of this particular program, one-to-one. Yeah. But on a very serious note, she's been very active, and also Maria also has been very active, and we appreciate their comments and their concern. Now, like we get them at the platform, which is good.
Yeah.
And so as far as I'm concerned, with all what we don't talk about, what we don't see today, I mean, really want for make we go home.
All right,
how we can get phone call? How we can get phone call when the program done? How? Okay, go ahead.
Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
I
mean, really want for make you go home. How we can get phone call?
How we can get
phone call when the program done? Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's listen to you, Sefi, and I continue the call, please. Caller, how are you?
Hello, caller.
This Mr. Manis. You want me calling yourself Mr. Manis? You are calling yourself Mr. Manis. It also plains you.
It's easy. I say now this nene can say atewe mi bonga that no call no ayata. If you want to feel me palava you talk.
Go ahead, let's not comment.
Another comment, just want to you know what say this Mr. Manis don't talk boku. That's all.
All right. All right, thank you so much. Yes, T-boy, round up for me.
I really want to make the program end in a very sad mood. The reason being, I want people to take home the last memory of what we watch. Reflection in their decision making, if they have to be in that position, or if they are dragged into that situation, or they can prevent themselves being dragged into that situation. So it's about time for Lekule for the make things sweetie, for Lekule not go feel bad. Yes, it is not a joyful situation, but we have to go home thinking, is that the end point of walking away or not walking away? That's all I will say.
All right. Thank you so much, Tibo, and thank you, Femi, and thank you to we viewers them and all the people that will contribute now the chat group as well as the phone calls. This is why we are here. We don't have the answers, but we provoke conversation and share our own opinion there with Tuna. And somebody asked Yanda, say, Duke Allen, say, wow, can't believe this. Can you get a forum to help people who are going through those kind of situation so they can get help? So we'll try. We're not going to promise, but we'll try our level best to make sure we bring you resources within the communities that will there and people who feel can share advice. And what me go say, and I keep for insist that relationship 1 + 1 is not always 2. It could work, you know, in your favor, it could not work in your favor, but there are always challenges, like what we use the analogy for the motorcar and the journey to Kabbalah. You know, there are potholes, bumps, and gallops, and how you navigate them, how you control the steering wheel, you know, it's up to you. But there is no experienced driver in a relationship. Every situation is different. What we'll say to you and what we'll advise ourselves, if you are in a situation wherein you think your happiness is compromised, you know, your safety and security is compromised for both parties, both men and women, and more so if there are children involved or kids involved, you might want to take a breather, you go away, you know, reflect, and the other person, if you're not able to reconcile back, okay. If you're not able to reconcile, at least on a part we're not able to explain, rather than there's somebody biggie explaining a story, say, oh, they're late people here, just like how we read the last video. And one thing I would say on my own personal experience, will always work for me, and I'll advise that it's always good for surround yourself with. They will not be the people making decisions in your relationship, but as human beings, sometimes, like how T-Boy be, they say, not allow let the brick count for them by the way they smash you. Sometimes in the way everything they hit you, you're stuck, you don't know where to go. But if you have that one person or a couple of people where you can turn to, they don't need to say anything, they listen to you and tell you, say, it will be okay. For me, now in life, in the last 10, 15 years, I've had the opportunity to get few people where if I call, as I want to explain to them, all and they tell me, say, Juma, calm down. You forget that one person where you get respect for. Where you
one panene. No, I don't talk.
Yes. Well, I always say T-Boy and
we are one band. They talk and say yes, T-Boy, you know one band.
We are one in the same. We
No. Talk and say yes, T-Boy, you know one band.
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't.
No. They put it in one thing.
No. Calm down. So we all.
That's what I used to say to you, Juma. Steady. Now let's say, Juma, steady. Steady.
Padima.
No problem.
Padima, steady. Okay. That's like 100 miles an hour, right?
I know.
You know. So it's always good for you get them people in there. And sometimes you have to have those brothers, especially women that we are vulnerable in that wherein you not get that trusted person where you they share with. But you get one person you go cry to me and T-Boy. So especially if we salon, 2, 3 in the morning, we talk endlessly, one person listen, then we know they make comments, we say, okay, Lord, go sleep over and come back to my and talk. You know? So that's, or sometimes when we messed up, now we force the Kale we complain, say, Paddy man, I don't mess up. So now for already one time, when the problem they come out, so now all day in this. So you should have that. And we're not in a perfect situation, but I'm thankful and say, I hope that we not going to be victims of that kind of situation, yeah? And hope, say, we will get the people that will turn to in time of need. And let we not disappoint the people that we call you for help. We call you for let you be a shoulder, let you just be that listening ear. Let we not tell the person, say, now you they take him and add petrol na fire like which you see na that house. Till tomorrow, where we get the health show, where we discuss breast cancer. And tomorrow will be an interesting one because I thought as I say when I the host, we get a survivor, somebody where they live with breast cancer, we can share with. We don't discuss the ABCs, we don't discuss the signs and symptoms. Then tomorrow we'll have a survivor with us. So join us here tomorrow. And please, like CRGM Media, get the notification because like I promised sooner, say it's almost leading to that time wherein we'll be having shows every day here. So join us and always come to we, give me feedback on we shows them, give me suggestions. We are ready to incorporate everything for get a wonderful platform all for share. Till then, I say on behalf of the CRGM Media team, Juma Bali Tata.
Yes, this na term for all salon people and then party them. CRGM Media will be bringing you a variety of programs ranging from documentaries to discussions, interviews, news, views, sports, and entertainment. Our programs will contain matters on development, governance, the economy, and issues that are of importance to Sierra Leone. So, no left BNO because we get Bebe program then like salon discussion, meets the ministers, the president's hour, and the Gladi program. Look me, I look you. All this they start soon na www.sarahjmedia.org. Now who's term these?
As we talk about burning issues ranging from politics to the economy, culture to sport, education to entertainment, corruption to the environment, we realize the Sierra Leone story is far from finished. So, CRGM Media Production brings you Zoom. Zooming In is the program that engages everyday people, entrepreneurs, inventors, entertainers, activists, policymakers, and politicians to discuss and debate issues relating to Sierra Leone. Zooming In digs deep into the issues and stories. Zooming In ensures the debate is pushed to another level. Zooming In asks those questions that has never been asked before. So, join us to Chumaba.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence.
Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now, women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silent.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children.
It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
my country, baby. It's a long, it's a long. Now we do it. Clap down,
sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Everybody needs a well, if we always touch, we so strong. Everybody needs a stand up, if you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. And then say so good in the morning, the land is just gloomy, the moon is gone, the cloud is forming, the clocks are calling, dew is falling, the birds are coming, everybody running, it's like sweet alone today, the land is yummy, see the mommy they cooking fufu, everybody smoking cigarettes, Rajo they watch baby musu. We they find out the country west, right in West Africa, on the Atlantic Ocean. Inside this moment, so much I can boast of. Look at the good plantation, from the beach I get meditation. Make me know where this nation, I get out of the for me some more. Yeah, for me some more. Love for me some more, sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Sweet alone. What a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Everybody needs a welcome, if we always touch, we so strong. Everybody needs a stand up, if you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. And then say yeah.
L-O-V-E-C, where love was an L-O-Plus, where sweet like gold, that diamond box, I silver and gold. So now we make time for the young and old. I'm for let me serve, help me serve. I see you come from the past, you want for boot trust. Peace, love, and unity, now for boot fast. For the jealousy and portrait, that don't make sense. Togetherness is what we wait for, we success. So get up and go walk, I'll sit down for the top. I'm criticizing government just for mix up. I stack on the base, so we need for good stuff. Have a hustle for you all, no matter how you struggle the road. It's time for that pain, not easy, not in the zone. Just forget to live it with myself, can go slow. We left the side, I go, I never forget about this old.
Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Everybody needs a welcome, if we always touch, we so strong. Everybody needs a stand up, if you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. And then say yeah.
Sweet alone how we are, each and everyone will take care of his own. We all remember say, this country now we each and everyone will take care of us alone. I will exalt thee, realm of the free. Great is the love where I guess for so long. The team I've tried the one for maintaining this land. No matter the situation, I get love for so long. I got in a baby them and they pamphlet. Listen, I'm picking up school, make it all land the blue. I don't call me all like farmer, put the country pattern for any attack. Me go where me go. I got in a baby them and they pamphlet. Listen, I'm picking up school, make it all land the blue. I don't call me all like farmer, put the country pattern for any attack. Me go where me go. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Sweet alone, what a beautiful love. We've only come to the bone, cause if it were, we could come. Everybody needs a welcome, if we always touch, we so strong. Everybody needs a stand up, if you like salon, say yeah, 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 yeah. And then say yeah.
Silverstone Beats.
People killing, people
other, cup for gains. For the ones that send me use to kill themselves. You pretend to be a father figure but only care for yourself. You are nothing but the flesh of the devil. You're evil, low life on another level. Think about the mothers in the pain they go through. You don't care for these kids, they mean nothing to you. But karma only knows the boomerang maneuver. One day the green reaper will be your remover.
This little deranged ranting of some sanctimonious food is as poetic verses, ruminate a prophecy given to a sentient dude. So I say it's as it is for you to listen and deduce the wisdom that's gonna liberate and galvanize you. Under the sun ain't nothing new, that for black on black crimes and breaking news. Under the sun ain't nothing new.
You gotta stand up, stand up for what you believe in. Gotta stand up, stand up for what is right. 'Cause if you got me, then I've got you too. Regardless of what you've been through, even when you're feeling new. Do this if we try. There's no time to waste your time. Together forever, whatever the weather. Us as a unit working together.
See, I did not love done, but me heart still not tongue. God don't lift me up, but me heart still not gone. You will never go far if you don't know where you're from. So I don't do it for myself, I'ma do it for the young. Please tell my brothers, let's do it for the youngest. Why spend a bag on a jumper? Back where you're from, people dying with hunger. We people then they suffer. You don't know, yeah, you the bluff, it's copper. You the game need for change, like we not get some. Where's the love? Where's the love, yo? Where's the love? I said, where is the love?
Little youth, let's take time. Stop all the knife and the gun crime. Think of the future, paint that picture. Get a youth in the future. Peace gonna rain on me. Peace gonna rain on me. Yeah.
Let's stop the violence and come together. Get rid of knives and guns and bombs, let's be together. With peace and love, golden hopes through storm and weather. See what is going on. Where is the love?
Tell me, how do you feel when you see your brothers and sisters lying down the street helplessly? And what will you do if you die today and find yourself in hell? I want to ask you this. Look inside your eyes and answer me with all the truth. Where you get whose side the love they?
when I left. Boku man them get nef. If you live by the nef, you go suffer. You know get sense, you know sabi say nef not for butter. Stabbing guys, yeah that's uncool. When it comes to knives, yeah I'm anti. What happened to fighting guys with your hands, G? When you stab a man, it's not one man you stab. Just remember that you stab a whole family.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. You can practice what you preach, or you will turn the other cheek. Father